And it says
Welcome,
live.
yeah, welcome everybody to the first episode of Chatting with the Comic Community. It's your boy Stay Puff, 1983, and I got my first guest as a live stream, the returning Big Will, who been back for a week. It's great to have you back in the community. I hope you bring back the big show with Jeffrey Comic Con. That'd be great to see that.
Well, it's great to be back, and I haven't had a chance to talk to Jeff yet. But if we do bring it back, it probably won't be weekly. But I have yet to talk to him though. Sorry, that yeah was my phone here. I got a message.
Well, this is probably going to be my first show. I'm definitely looking to do more. Still deciding what format I want to do, but so far, I just want to introduce myself again. Stay Puff 1983, aka Sean. Most people know me from Instagram. I pretty much have a popular following on Instagram just due to the variety of posts. But yeah, I've been on Silver Age Sundays. I've been on the Mega Power Hour with Comic Head and Biggie Shack. I've did Just a Rican show, and now I'm finally doing my own live show. And definitely looking forward to interacting more with the community. And with my first guest, I have Big Will. Um, it's been funny these last couple of weeks doing these live shows and getting to meet new people, talk to people and stuff like that. But I always want to talk with you because of your knowledge of comic books, and specifically the Bronze Age and Copper Age and stuff like that. And I remember that episode that you had with Comic Books NYC talking about the different ages of comics. And people always seem to gloss over the Copper Age and saying that it was like after the Bronze Age, it's the modern age,
Yeah.
Starting with Watchmen and stuff.
Well,
And that,
that's because although eBay is a believer in the Copper Age, there are a lot of comic book people that don't think it should exist for whatever reason. That's why it's sometimes you have people that say, yeah, it's okay, and other people say, no, the Copper Age doesn't exist. It goes straight from bronze to modern. Now, obviously, me and NYC are not in that group. We like the Copper Age, but yeah, it's not fully accepted yet like the other ages are.
yeah, and that's the thing, because I look at the Copper Age as, with Watchmen, Dark Knight Returns, Secret Wars, and Crisis on Infinite Earths, and those was like major moments of the Copper Age. It always seemed like each age has a major moment that either kicks it off and lead to this new age until, because when you think of the 90s, you think of that Spider-Man 1, X-Men 1, and then the branch off to the creation of Image Comics. That was a major change and shift in the comic book industry. So that's its own age as well.
Yeah, but hey, there he is.
Hey, what's up, Rod?
I'm in the car with the wife.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, or you're welcome. Whatever you want to take from it.
We had to take the dog to get a nail trimmer.
Hey, so you on your way home?
Yeah.
All right, then that's cool. You can always jump back in when you get home and get settled.
All right, man.
No,
I'll jump back on.
no problem.
All right, man.
Hey, so I want to look at the chat. We got some people here. We got Rob Worse. What's going on, Rob? We got Perry. He said, I'm just working on the video. Gray Man, thank you for showing up, Gray Man. It's great to see you. And then we got Javi, the Conquistadors, in the house. It's great to see you too. Hey, if you guys want to jump in, hey, I'll just send me the link through my Instagram page, and I'll add you to the show. So if you want to join in, come on and join in. But yeah, we was talking about the different ages of comics, from Copper Age to the 90s. And you was about to say something before I let Rod in.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say that's why me and Kavi were like, okay, not 91 is probably where you want to stop the Copper Age and start what we agreed should be called the Image Age because of all the changes, like Rob's mentioning there, that happened in the 90s and all the things that were going on. I mean, you had the extreme kind of artwork. You had the founding of a company that for a while knocked both DC and Marvel down a peg. And then you had all this new artists coming in, and especially in the later years with Image, like Greg Capullo, I believe his start was on Spawn, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of stuff happened because and during the time of Image. So yeah, we like to start off in 91 and say it's the Image age until roughly 2001. And then the biggest thing that happened there was 9/11, which also affected comics.
yeah, and that was a big deal. You know, when 9/11 happened, you know, comic books took it, whereas we need to do something for 9/11, and that's where you have all the amazing covers and homages to the people that lost their lives. And it was a great thing to see, you know, because we have superheroes that we read in these comics, but the real superheroes was those firefighters and the policemen that was there helping and rescuing people along with, you know, others that was in hand. So Rob was saying he sent the email,
All right.
so I'm gonna invite him.
Yeah, and another thing, if you notice, is a lot of the superheroes changed because instead of fighting specific, really easy bad guys that you knew were bad guys, we now had this thing called terrorist that everyone is now familiar with thanks to 9/11, and a lot of things
Hmm.
changed. And the war on terror, well, that really messed up Captain America comics. They had to really change a lot with him because, I mean, how obviously Captain America has got to fight terrorism, but how does he do that? There's not a specific Hitler-like figure really that if you bring them down, that'll end the whole thing, you know. So it's a big change, not just in the real world, but in comics too. So that's why we decided that'd be a good cutoff and start point.
Captain America started getting good for me during the Brubaker run when he started doing espionage and brought back the Bucky as the Winter Soldier. That's when I started paying more attention to Captain America. You know, because I like the Brubaker when he was doing what was it, Batman and Catwoman. So when
Yeah,
he took over Captain America, I was pretty stoked on that.
I actually haven't really read much Captain America. I just know about that change because I've read about it, but I've never read the actual stories because I mean, Captain America is great. It's just you know me, I'm more of a Wolverine kind of guy, so I never
Yeah.
really read much Captain America. He was too much in the vein of the Golden Age heroes to for me.
All right, hold on for a minute.
All right, try and get Rob in.
Yeah, I gotta resend him the link.
Yeah. Grayman here is saying he had Flag Smasher and Red Skull was also very much in the picture during the run. I think you're talking about what he's referring to.
Yeah, I liked that stuff. You know, especially when Brubaker did Gotham Central. His Batman and Gotham Central run was fantastic. You know, I enjoyed all that.
Yeah. It's really hard to do a bad Batman story though, as long as the writer's, you know, all right and the artist is decent. It's kind of hard to do bad Batman because he's just one
Let
of
me
those
see.
characters, you know.
There he is. Hey guys, still breaking up?
No, you sound clear now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and talk, man. So what's going
Coming
on now?
to Spooky Empire. So me and Steve are at Spooky Empire. Steve's right here. Steve. Little boat. Right over here. Where are you, little boat? That's not good. Uh-oh.
Looks like it froze again.
Yeah, not good. Yeah, I'm lagging. I'll
So
jump
there
back in, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Let me jump back in.
Yeah, he's gonna deal with that with him being at that con.
Yeah.
Ain't no
I,
no.
I thought about doing a live stream at the Dragon Con, but I decided not. I think I might record some at the next convention I go to, but I won't do anything live.
Yeah, like even when I'm at the cons, it's already a struggle with bringing up the internet and trying to post pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
Says he's back.
Yeah. I like your I like the thumbnail you had for this thing here. I just got on with my phone.
I'm
Yeah, I
not
tried
moving
to choose
nowhere, guys.
something.
Yeah, I'm not moving because every time I move, it seems to freeze. So every time I move, it seems to freeze. So
Yeah, that's the thing with being at cons and trying to live stream. Like you might
yeah,
get a good spot where it's good to stream, and then if you
yeah,
move, that's
right.
that spot just eradicating, the internet goes haywire.
Yeah, yeah. Thought it'd be cool, kind of, just to do it because we're at Spooky Empire. Just met James Han from Big Trouble Little China, low paying. So that was pretty cool. I sent you the
Yeah,
Instagram link. I sent you the picture of the book, how he signed it.
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. I'm trying to get Rob worse.
So,
Go ahead.
Jeff, what con are you at?
A Spooky Empire. It's a horror. It's like a horror con. Like it was the first day was Halloween. What's up,
Hey,
Rob?
Rob.
Hey, just finally got a chance to jump into the chat. Of course, I have to put on a big production the second I decide to do anything online.
Hey,
I'm coming
thanks
straight
for
to.
jumping in, Rob. You know, it's great to
Yeah.
have you on my first show.
Oh,
No.
thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm just
Rob,
glad
man.
people are broadcasting on a Saturday during the middle of the day when people are just waking up at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
I figured I'd do that too because you know there's a lot of shows come on Saturday night, so I want to be actually free on a freer time when nobody's streaming.
Yeah, so I may do one later of everything we got from Spooky Empire. So
Cool.
I may. Yeah, so don't know for sure yet. See how I feel by the time I get home. Yeah.
Now, Jeff, you know I
Yeah.
will be seeing you later on.
Oh yeah, I know. Robert told me, yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
after this, man, you might want to take a nap.
Oh, yeah. That's what I plan on doing.
I just went to Texas Roadhouse. I'm stuffed. I could take a nap.
Yeah.
So, what's going on, Rob?
Well, apparently I just put together a team as of last Wednesday. What I didn't know in the course of doing these shows week in and week out is that I don't like doing it just by myself because I feel like I'm just talking to, I don't know, a chair. So I brought in a couple guests and now they're like, yeah, do you want to do this every week? Okay, I guess I have a team now. So now on Wednesdays, I have Lady Fantastic joining me along with Miracle Man from Twitter. And the man doesn't have a YouTube channel yet, but he's been texting me saying, hey, I have this idea. I have this idea. Like, man, I gave this guy the bug. He's going to be starting his own YouTube channel. I want to see more people doing this.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's the good thing. You know, like when I started doing Silver Sundays with the crew, I was like, I got over the hurdle of, you know, being nervous and stuff like that. And now I want to do more, you know, and that's the thing about doing these live shows. You get to interact with people from across the state, country, the world. So that's why I want to do this show, just to get it out there that, hey, Stay Puft 1983 has joined the live stream crew.
We're glad to have you.
I mean, when I've been watching this for about off and on 2-3 years now, and when I first started seeing people like Silver Age Dave and Bueller, I went, okay, I have got to do this. I never knew I wanted to do this. This has got to happen now. So I spent 3 years making this whole room, putting everything in order, rebagging and boarding everything. And then I went, oh, I didn't need to do any of that. All anybody really needs is to be excited, passionate about comics. That's all you really want to see. All this stuff here is extraneous. It's nice to look at comics. I just want to hear somebody excited about it, knowledgeable about it, having fun.
Yeah, that's the thing about this hobby is that, you know, when you start sharing your passion of comic books and other things, it leads to something more than just the comics. It leads to this community coming together and having fun. And that's why I learned on Instagram when I started doing that, is how I have fun interacting with people who love what I love. You know, have conversations on comic books, stories we liked, stories we didn't like, what we despised about this artist and what we love about this artist and stuff like that. That's what made me even more interested in just communicating with people. And then the AOKs came and I was just thrown off guard. I was like, wow, you know, people sending me AOKs and I don't even know them that well.
Now those are fun.
You know, yeah. And once I got a couple, I was like, I'm gonna start sending out my own stuff. And people say, oh man, I'm missing this issue. Hey, like, I got an extra copy, I'll send it to you. And I'll send some extra stuff just to be generous, because people has been generous to me. So that's the beauty of this community on both Instagram and YouTube, is the AOKs, the love, and the friendship that we develop throughout these shows.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, and there's people around the country that might live 20, 30, 50 miles, 100 miles away from a comic shop. Down in Key West, not necessarily Key West, but Key Largo, we have Bake the Snake. He lives about a good 50 miles from a comic shop, so he does the YouTube comic book shows himself. People that live around the country that don't get the chance, the opportunity to speak with others that are into this as much as we are. So by having this community, we're reaching out to those that never would have gotten the opportunity otherwise, just by having these video chats. I mean, honestly, I don't give a crap if half the people wind up watching nothing of my videos, but if I get a chance to have a friend that I never would have met otherwise, hell yes. Thank you for Comic Book YouTube.
Yep.
Exactly.
I agree with
and
that.
That's what it's all about.
I live about 30-something miles from my shop. I don't get to go up there, but maybe once every 2 months. So YouTube's great.
How do you manage 2 months?
Yeah, froze again. Yeah, froze again.
Yep, but you're back.
Did it? Yeah.
So how do you manage 2 months? Do you wind up ordering other books, or do you just buy as much as you can, read what you can, and then 2 months later you're back at the shop again to pick up all those new books?
Yeah, I buy all that I can, and I also do a lot of eBay and stuff in the interim as far as the collection.
I really don't want to move right. That's the loose boat.
So do you just wind up not having much time during your daily life because your job, and because of that, the only opportunity is YouTube and eBay for the most part? That I get.
Yeah, but here lately I've been a little freer, so I won't spend that much time apart from the shop. But yeah, because of how little I go, I don't really have any friends there. I mean, I'm friendly with people; they know my face. But I don't really have any friends at the shop, because you got to go weekly, you know, to make some friends there. So, yeah, I'm loving the YouTube thing, because that's like having friends that I don't have to go and drive to see, you know. And by the way, I've never worked with you before either, Rob. So nice meeting you.
You too, Big Will. I haven't really had much opportunity to join anybody's chat room. This is probably the third other chat that I've joined, aside from Comic Gories and Rod's show. I think that's about it. That's the only places I've really been on.
Well, like I said, you know, it's great to have you, you know, and you get to meet Big Will. You know, this is my first time being with Big Will on the live show, because I've watched his live shows bunch of times, you know, so to be with him on this show is great. It's awesome, you know. Hialeah Comic Bro is looking to jump on, so I'm waiting for him. I sent him the link.
Hialeah comes on. He's the first actual YouTuber in real life that I met.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, Phil's Comic Shop. I wound up seeing him. I'm like, hey, I just came out here. Want to see a Superman #7 that's signed by Joe Shuster? He's like, what the? How do you have that? Why do you have that?
Yeah. I've only met one person ever, and it was Barbarian Kung Fu.
He's awesome too.
Yeah, he's been joining some of my live chats, so I appreciate anybody that takes any time out of their day to watch little old me. Well, maybe not so little, but to watch me. Anybody who would do that, wow, thank you. I feel like Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. All right, let me shout out some people in the chat. We got the Immortal Biggie Shaq. What's going on, bro? Unruly Simeon. What's going on? I saw Fish Tropic earlier. What's going on, Fish? Glad you could join. You know, it's great to see these guys in the chat. You know. And so Jeff, what's going on? Y'all still waiting on a boat, right?
Yeah, he's getting his tattoo.
Cool, man.
Yep, he's getting the tattoo done, so we're still waiting on him. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I definitely want him to make an appearance. You know, I know you stationary. You don't want to move because you know it might mess up the internet. But
I don't want to move. Yeah.
But yeah,
I would like to.
I'm glad you're still hanging around.
But
you know, but
yeah.
So, did you guys get any books this week? New books, old books, anything?
I got a nice
one.
Yeah,
I got a couple of books at the house. It's not with me.
Yeah.
I got one going off graded. Yeah, I got one getting graded, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
I don't know where to put it.
Yeah. I got 3 that I'll show, but it's not Rob's.
What's up?
What's going on?
What's up,
Hialeah Comic Bro? Hey, thank you for joining the show. I knew you was gonna be up for it.
Bro, I knew you were gonna go on at 2. This is what happened. I went out this morning. I knew you were gonna be on at 2. I got home at 1:30, and then a buddy called me, and I've been on the phone with him, and I lost track of time, and I go, oh, shit, he's probably on. And then I looked at my phone, and then that's when I saw it, because, you know, I was just talking and stuff. Awesome, man. Awesome. Of course, I wouldn't miss this. I wouldn't miss this.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? What you guys doing?
I got the book going on.
I haven't seen anything.
Say that again, Jeff.
Yep. Yeah, I got the book getting off graded now. The low pen book. That low pen book, I got it signed. Getting graded now.
When did you go? Yesterday?
Break it up. Spooky Empire.
I know. When did you go?
He there now.
Today.
Oh, awesome, man. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm there now. Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm there now. Found a place, but I don't want to move because every time I move, I stay put.
The most important thing is we can hear you clearly.
Yeah.
No, and he looks great, right?
Yeah. It's just a lag. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
So, Rob, you sharing that first Sabretooth?
Yeah, I just wound up here. Let me switch my cameras over to this one. But this one, as a result, because the last week I was trying to get a Tomb of Dracula 10, and I missed it by $20. So I went, oh, the hell with this. I went on to Twitter, found somebody that posted about Tomb of Dracula 10, and he said, yeah, I'll sell it to you. So in a couple weeks, probably next week, I'll get that from him. But meanwhile, I had a few bucks to spend. So I dropped it on an Iron Fist 14.
Nice.
That's on my list.
Yeah, I want that too.
It's not bad.
That's a beautiful book.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful copy of that beautiful book too. Looks like.
Yeah, it was a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. There's only a couple little issues on it, but otherwise, I can complain. A little bit dirty. Not bad.
You got it
So, are
online?
we all in Florida?
Everybody except Big Will.
So where's Bill? Big Bill? Where are you?
I'm not far. I'm Alabama.
Still pretty close.
Yeah, I
So-
was telling Stay Puff it'd be funny to have everybody from the South, and this would be a good old boy show.
But hey, we already the down south riders.
We're the Down
on our
South
group
Riders.
chat. Yeah, and we all can't wait to meet up again.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
That's gonna be so much fun next.
I can't wait.
What's the name?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Big Will, it's so nice to have you back, man. You've been missed.
It's great to finally be back.
I could
was
imagine.
itching so bad to get on, but I couldn't. So now I'm able and I'm happy. So happy.
That's awesome, dude. Very happy to see you again, dude.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah, I told him it was a pleasure to have him as one of my first guests on here. He was the first one that popped up, and I was like, it's the first time I'm interacting with Big Will on the live show, so that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Then Rob came in. This is my first time with him. Awesome to have him on
the
here.
first time being on with Hialeah at the same time, I think.
But we've met, Rob.
We met in real life.
We've met in real life.
Does that automatically trump meeting first on YouTube?
I think so. Like I met Staples before being on live. So it's super cool. I met Rob at a shop. I was at this shop, this awesome shop that we have down here.
Yeah, Phil's Comics.
Phil's Comics. And I just heard the voice behind me, and I was like looking at some books on the wall, and I was like, wait a second. I know that voice. And there he was.
It's like, hey, somebody's talking really fast and abrasively. Oh, Christ, that could only be one person.
Guys, Rob is so energetic, man. It's crazy. He's like he's a whirlwind.
I'm a hand grenade.
He started going out. I was like, what? And then the books you had that day with you, man. Those were incredible.
Yeah, I was just wanting to show them to Brian because we were talking about it the last time I was at the shop. He was trying to pick up for me the first Luke Fox, so he had issue 19 of Batwing, but not the 20, so I had to come back the next day to pick that up. But he said, yeah, bring the books. I want to take a look and see what they are. So you're going, hey, what is that you have over there? And I'm like breaking out a Superman 7, and it's like, I think you're going to rip that.
I was scared, man, because I was like, dude, put on some gloves. You don't open, and then you almost dropped it, right? Remember?
Yes, I did.
I was like, oh my God. But I don't know. It was super cool meeting you, bro. Super cool meeting you.
I was saying, my first YouTuber, and great conversation. Didn't have to go, oh God, is this guy going to make fun of me? He's going to rip on me on the next broadcast. No, it was great because people from the YouTube community, when it has to do with comic books, by and large, are going to be very nice people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing I've noticed. Everybody's super nice. It's I'm so happy Puff, man. Look at Puff, dude. He just now he can't help himself. Now he's like a little addict.
Hey, y'all brought it out of me, man.
I know.
Y'all brought it out of me, man.
And then just thinking that, you know how much Will's missed it for what, 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Will's been going crazy because Will invited me on his show once, and it was awesome, man. It was you, me, and Jeff on your Sunday show. And that was like one of my first shows, and I had an absolute blast just hanging and talking books and stuff.
Appreciate it.
It was awesome.
I told him, man, I'll look forward to the return of the big show whenever he's ready to bring that back. So that was a highly enjoyable show.
Yeah.
Now don't go and show that. Now you're just showing off.
No.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
He had those 2 books. And first, what was it, Batgirl?
Yeah, I think I had that one too.
And you had those 3.
That's nice.
And he just had them, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I've only seen these books in videos and stuff.
And the
Hey,
funny
I'm
thing is,
glad.
go ahead.
I'm glad you showing off
Well, the funny thing is, most all of this stuff here, I only wound up getting this year because beforehand, all I was doing was just buying new comics every Wednesday, year in, year out for 30 years. Then I saw Aaron Myers posting, hey, I wind up getting new books along with the old books. So I wind up doing about 50-50. So I started doing that. And then I saw The Boy Who Had Seven, and then he changed my way of collecting comics. So I have to thank everybody out there.
Yeah.
Well,
Like sometimes I think of, I try and get less books on New Comic Book Wednesday because comics today are just expensive. Marvel and DC putting out these $5 books, $7 books, and I'm like, man, I can't do that, man. I'm like, I don't need to spend $7-8 on a book like the annuals and stuff like that, and I really don't want to spend that type of money.
Books they put out. Oh god, I just got one of these just yesterday. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Where's that?
What, 99?
Yeah, that one is freaking $8 book that just came out. And this
Are
is
you serious?
That's not even issue 100. I could see 100 being $8, but why 99?
Exactly.
And there's not even much Jenica in this book either. But $8 book, another $8 book, along with all these others that I wound up getting for New Comic Wednesday.
No, man, I'm like you, Puff. I'm cutting down my new comic book, my pull list. I'm doing the same thing, dude. I'd rather save that money and get a nice older book, man. I'm doing the same thing. $8 for number 99. That's crazy, man.
It's not worth it.
Yeah,
I mean, it
I don't understand that.
It kind of makes sense on the bigger prestige books like the Black Label that have no ads in them or anything. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't understand that much of a hike on a standard book. I'm lucky though; it doesn't really affect me because I only have, I think, one ongoing book on my pull list, and that's it right now. I don't have that many books on my pull list. Most of my stuff is things I have to save up for and buy that are older things. So
have you started buying a lot more books, Will? Because you pretty much downsized completely.
Well, what I like to buy now is I like to buy trades and the stuff to read. I don't buy that many new books, and then I'm focusing strictly on a list that I put together for all my other collecting needs. I have a PC, speculation, and investment, and I'm only buying on my list. I actually got too many books now, and I'm about to have to unload probably 50 books, and I think I'm just going to do a giveaway here at some point and get rid of those.
Wow.
I try and keep my collection under 100 books.
That I can't do. That I can't do, man. I'm sorry.
It would take a long time for me to get rid of all these.
Props to you, man. I just have a hard time, man.
Well, there's a reason why I do that. It's because I used to not, and things ended very badly.
What happened?
Well, I've always had comic books in the house. My parents were very supportive. I've always read them and stuff, but I started really collecting in about 2005, 2006. And then I worked at Pizza Hut, so I never really had much money to begin with at the time. So I would always spend all my money, like literally go negative $20 in my account. And I kept doing that. And then in 2008, I wound up with this skin disease that's called hidradenitis, and it put me in a wheelchair for almost a year and a half.
Wow.
And of course, I lost my job, I lost all my money, and I wound up having to sell all my books. And of course, about that time, if you wanted to sell 1 through 189 complete run of Wolverine, almost no one wanted to buy it. They would want to buy number 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And maybe number 10, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So I wound up selling 189 issues for a grand total of maybe $60, because that's all I could get at the time. And anyway, that kind of really burned me. So I'm better with my personal finance now, so I'm never going to spend all my money. And I don't do runs. I don't buy books that are not worth anything. I buy something that I want to read. Like, for example, a lot of people put these books like this Harleen and Mylar. I don't. I buy it to read, and when I'm done reading it, I'll leave it somewhere for some kid to find, maybe spark their interest. I don't care about collecting it. And if I do collect something, it's going to be worth at least $25 or more. That way, if I need to sell it, which I don't want to, I'll be able to and not, have to do a nickel on a dollar or some horrible deal like that. That's kind of where my philosophy comes from.
So you're basically getting keys.
Keys or things of great interest. Yes.
Right.
I'm not a key collector. I'm a specific collector.
Okay.
It just turns out most of them are keys.
Are keys, yeah. That's just the way it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has different collecting habits,
Mm-hmm.
Some people buy comics to read them. Some people buy comics specifically for the covers, and some people chase the keys,
Yeah.
and some people love to buy Golden Age books.
And some people do a little bit of mix. Like, I think I do a mix of everything, but,
Yep.
but like, oh, damn, you're throwing out fire.
Yeah, that Ghost Rider is definitely on my list.
You just got these recently, Rob?
These are all this year.
Wow.
Hey, that Iron Man
This isn't even
55,
close to everything.
that is Iron Man 55, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you seen anything with the market now that Thanos has finally died in the movies? Is that affecting?
It's come down.
Yeah, it's come down. It's come down, but it's still a pricey book. But it has come down. But now it might pick up again because now, what is the guy, Fox? His brother?
I mean, Star Fox is Eros in that issue, but he winds up becoming Star Fox later on. So if you wanted those early appearance, yeah, you'd get that, but you'd get much later on in the Avengers title when he became Star Fox.
Yeah, but that one might start popping because of him. Again, it's that book has so many first appearance. Well, it has 3, correct?
Yep.
Rob, you want to? Did you ever find out if that signature is authentic in the Superman book?
Never found out, despite the fact that Tony Fett had an interview with the owner of CBCS.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm trying to angle to see if I can get this just to find out if that signature that's right on the inside first page here is the real thing.
That would be nuts if it is, man.
I don't have a single thing that's graded, not one thing.
What route are you wanting to go down to see if it's real? Are you going to try the authentication service at CBCS or something else?
I think CBCS would be the best bet to go about trying to find out, because they do have qualified people to discover whether or not signatures are authentic. So I will put my trust in that. And it doesn't matter whether or not they are or not, but if the whole community decides, yeah, whatever they say goes, I'll go with that.
No. I assume you would plan on keeping it raw, though. You wouldn't get it in a slab.
I'd rather not.
At least they have that option.
Which is nice. I just don't know how much the cost would be.
For the signature, it'll be $25. And then for a raw grade on it, I think it's like another 15 or 20 bucks. But I think you can get it authenticated without them grading it, and they'll just send it back to you.
But Rob, you wouldn't want that to get graded just to preserve it?
I can just preserve it on my own. Knowing what I know now about the plastic, it's all water resistant. It's not waterproof. So it's really not that much different putting it in this as it would be putting it in a piece of plastic that can get damaged by being submerged in water.
Yeah, they're basically more drop safe, and that's pretty much it.
And
If you take care of your books, you shouldn't have to worry.
But that book, like, he opened that book in front of me and he showed me it. It's hanging by a thread.
Early at that.
It's hanging by a thread, man.
I'm the opposite of Rob. All of my stuff is going to be graded if it's not already, unless I'm getting rid of it or something. That's just me, though.
I've taken a break from. I got addicted to CGC and all that, and I was addicted, and like now I think this year I think I have 8 books right now, and I'm not sure if I'm going to send anymore. It's going to have to be. I'm going to be very picky about it. But before, I ended up sending books that I had no business sending. So, but I got addicted to it. You know, you get addicted to it.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I have not fallen down that rabbit hole of sending books out to CGC, because I know that's very pricey.
It's
You know,
pricey.
if you don't know what is pricey and stuff, and once you get the thrill of getting those book backs and you get those numbers and some of them are 9.8s and stuff, then you're gonna want to test out more.
Yeah.
You know, and I've watched enough of comic heads videos and people's unboxings of CGC comebacks and stuff, and I'm like, that really is an addiction when you constantly like to ship books out to CGC and get them back.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. But at the same time, it could definitely become an addiction.
Well, I was addicted, bro. It's like I would look at my submissions. If I didn't have 25 books at CGC, the minute I would get some back, I would be sending back. It's like I had to always have like 25 books, and I'm not anymore, Javi. I'm not a CGC. I was though, dude. And I sent some books out that I never should have. I had no business sending them, and I sent them anyway. And I got good grades. I got some bad grades, you know, but. Yeah, I still have it. Like I said, I got like 8 books, but I'm serious. I'm kind of like going back to the raw myself. I'm going back to the raw.
The thing is, if I send books, it's gonna be something like this.
Yeah, that's a perfect book to send.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
If you want to keep it raw, you can just send it to me. I'll take care of it.
So will I. I'll never sell it.
But yeah, this was one of the books I won off of a raffle.
That's crazy.
I think it was Strictly Comics that he did the raffle of, and I was aggressive with the raffle. Like, this is probably the most I spent on a raffle just to get this book.
Mm-hmm.
And the value of this book is graded like a 4.5 for $450, and I only got it for like $80.
That's awesome.
But just paying through the raffle. And when it comes to raffles, I'm very, picky about them, because a lot of times people be spending money on raffles, you don't get nothing back. You lose, and it's like playing the lottery. You spend a whole lot of money and you won't get no return on it.
Yeah.
But I got lucky with this, and I got lucky on the ASM 300 that I won on raffle.
How many slots were in that raffle?
Yeah. That's a perfect example of a book that would be wise to get graded, because even your cost of grading and the cost of the book itself are going to be way under the value and the value bump that CGC plastic gives it. So that's one of the few books that would actually be wise to get graded. Now, I'm not telling you to. I'm just saying, that would be an example.
Yeah. And I got a couple of books that I still want to get graded. I got this bad boy here.
Nice.
No, I got my comic shop got this in, and I was able to get it for like he was selling it for $50.
Damn.
It was $60, but he gave me a discount because I'm a loyal customer, so I was able to get it for $50.
That's awesome.
And I also got this from him as well. I figured might as well get the other book.
Yeah, you're right. It's like
I got a question for you three. That 252 is worth more, at least according to Go Collect and some others, than Secret Wars 8 is.
right.
But do you guys remember back in the day when the book to get was the Secret Wars 8 over the 252?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny to me how that got swapped somehow.
There's a couple instances. You know what's another instance of that is Giant Size X-Men and X-Men 94. 94 used to be the big book, and Giant Size was, the lesser of the two, and now forget it.
I see Rob got all 4 of them. I only got the 3.
I got 2.
What I don't have is the ASM 300.
Okay, I got 3. I forgot about that one.
But what I did do is I wound up pre-ordering that for $20. So I'm planning on getting rid of this and getting an ASM 300.
Do it fast, man, before that thing starts to drop.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to be putting that up maybe on Instagram or eBay pretty soon.
I wouldn't wait on that, because you never know, but
It's a low print run of now what kind of like a key Venom book for the children's market, but now it's the Venom from the movie, but the movie was crap. I mean, Venom, a turd in the wind. But yeah, get rid of them pretty quick because it's probably going to be dropping down to about 50 unless there's some kind of news that I am not going to expect at all from that book.
That's a beautiful cover, though, too. I do like it.
It's nice, but I actually like the regular cover better. But that's just me. I could be wrong.
And to each their own, dude. To each their own.
I like John Boy. It's just that I've seen better covers from him.
Yeah. Yeah,
and it's funny. Go ahead, Big Will.
I was just gonna say I was never really the biggest fan of Venom. The only book that is interest to me is ASM 300. I'd like to get that at some point, but other than that, I mainly just want it because of the book, not necessarily because it's Venom's first appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I actually like the movie well enough, but
I
I'm
did
also
too.
not a fan of Venom.
I did too. I like the movie also.
Maybe if I was more of a hardcore fan like I am with Wolverine, I may not have liked it as much.
No, I like the movie, and I'm just like you. I'm not a big time fan.
I'm not. I liked it, Venom, when he first was created, and certain issues where he fought Spider-Man. I thought those were great issues. It was around when Carnage was created, and Venom became like a anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of fell off of him. Because I felt like Venom is just a natural villain. He should always be a villain. And once they turn him,
Are you saying he lost his teeth?
Pretty much. Let's just be honest. When he became a anti-hero, and then they start doing a whole bunch of books with him, I was like, all right, I'm kind of venomed out. His venom don't sting no more like it used to. Because when he was a villain, to me, he was terrifying, especially against Spider-Man, because Spider-Man could never sense him with his spider sense.
Yes.
It was always a great thing. But, as soon as they start pushing Venom more as the hero.
Yeah, he's the anti-hero.
Yeah. And then now, ever since the last couple of years, Marvel's just been shoving him down our face. Donny Cates has did a lot with him, and he's popular. But I was like, I'm not that big of a fan as I was when he was a villain.
Yeah.
And that's what made me lose interest in Venom, especially when they created Carnage. Like, you gonna create a crazier version of him? So I was like, yeah, they're already trying to exploit the symbiotes. And that was during the time when Maximum Carnage was like 14 parts, and it was like, the hell am I doing reading all 14 parts when most of it is just drawn out? So
yeah, I agree. I like him better as a straight villain.
I did too.
Hey, Hialeah, you've been to Phil's Comics enough to know that maybe about 3, 4, 5 years ago, they had a wall of Venom that they just could not give away before there was any mention of the movie. It was that low on the totem pole for collectors. I mean, yeah, people might have wanted an ASM 300, but you could have gotten that for the longest time for under $100.
Yeah, for sure. That book exploded. Now it went down. It's gone down a little bit. I want to bring up a point real quick. Phil, Will, you got a lot of CGCs. I'm going to say one thing that I hate about CGC, and it's not their fault, but man, let's say you think a book is a 9.8, and you get a 9.6, it turns your stomach, and if you get a 9.4, it's like the book. It's like you look at the book like it's a dirty book. Like, and a 9.4 is a near mint. That's the one thing I hate. It's a 9.4 is a beautiful book. A 9.2 is a beautiful book, and it just makes those books seem like if they're so less. That's the one gripe I get. Yeah, that kills you, don't it?
Well, let me put it to you this way:
it's a beautiful book.
This is technically better than near mint. 9.2.
Exactly.
So this is literal near mint.
Exactly.
But I am in the market to get it to a 9.8 because I want all of them the same grade, and that's the best grade that I can get and still afford it. A 9.9 or a 10 obviously be way too expensive just because it's a 9.9 or a 10. But this is an excellent book, an excellent copy, a great cover. I'm not getting rid of it when I get the 9.8.
Okay.
I'm just going to add it to this 9.4.
Okay.
But yeah, I understand what you mean.
That drives me. I actually one of the books that I have is that one at CGC right now. So it's kind of funny bringing up that book, but yeah, a 9.4 is a beautiful book, man, and it almost makes it look like it's a freaking when you get it. I'd rather have it raw, almost, you know.
That's why I prefer getting raw. I would rather have the book, and then maybe later on, once I have everything that I think I might want, then spend the time one by one by one sending them out, because this will hold value pretty much forever.
Of
This
course.
will this week, maybe next week, maybe for another month, maybe it will for 10 years. I don't know. But between the two, right now, I would probably be picking this one.
Of course.
But when you're somebody that is, I have a very addictive personality, which is why I'm very afraid of getting into CGC.
I think we all do. I think we all do. I think we all have that. I think that's a given already. We all have that. It's kind of seems like that's a common denominator between all of us.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're into something that, for the most part, is joyful. It's not nothing illegal, you know. And we're not going to get into, you know, you could get in trouble if you go off the deep end, because it can happen. But you're not hurting nobody. You know, you're just having fun.
What about when something like this happens to you?
Oh,
see.
That's a purple?
Yeah.
Restored, yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't you showed that recently, didn't you?
Yeah. The
The other
first live
day.
stream I did after coming back.
Right. I would never think to check that book for restoration.
Well, it's hard to, because the restoration is small amount of color touch on cover. Guess what color it was used? Black. It's really hard to see. So it was probably a small tick that broke color, and someone took a black permanent marker and went, shh. That's probably what happened.
Well, it's funny you showed that, because I have this in 8.5.
It's still a beautiful book. Restored at 8.5.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
And I'm perfectly fine with this grade. On higher, you know, I'll see what I can do. But 8.5 to a 9.2 is no big deal for me. Like that ASM 300 I showed, that was a 7.5, and that's perfectly fine with me. I'm just happy to have the book, you know.
I have the Wolverine #1. I have a 9.2, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I don't need a 9.8.
Well,
it's the one I bought off. I bought that one off the rack. Even better. I got a 9.2 out of it.
Me being me and the Wolverine fan I am, I will probably wind up with 15 or 20 graded copies of the book. I've got a 9.8. I've got a 9.2. I'll probably have all the grades at some point. I just love the cover, man. It's just the best cover ever to me. It's my favorite cover.
That's awesome.
And that's why I have it, not because of the value.
I'm afraid of taking a black light to any of the comic books that I own, because back when I was a small kid, I fashioned myself a goddamn artist. So much to the point that when I took a book out, I forgot to remove the tape. And as a result, I decided to mutilate the book. And I don't know how well you can see it, but I added just a little bit of color right there. But at the same time, I also trimmed the book. And that was back in, 1992, 93? And you don't know better when you're that young. So that's why I'm always afraid. I always say to everybody, check your books, check them. You never know. Even this one right here, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these dings in here might have been colored in. So taking a black light to your books is not an altogether bad idea.
Yeah, I never thought about it until the past year or two, when I finally got someone on YouTube was talking about Restored, and they showed one. You know, I always thought it was something really easy that you could tell, you know, and it'd be super simple, but no, it's hard to tell on some of them. And
Yeah, black covers. I mean, when I got this one here, I had to take a black light to it immediately just because the blacks look too crisp, just like on this other Avengers that I picked up. But if I notice that on a book that they never touched up certain other portions, I will go ahead and believe if somebody says that nothing has been touched. But I will go over it with a fine-tooth comb because I have so much stuff that's just been mutilated, that somebody has cut out the advertisement or the coupon. I mean, even this that's Hulk 180. They have the coupons cut out, but the books look nice, so I picked them up. I have no problem with that. It's just what you're willing to put up with.
Exactly. What everybody's individual little is. You know, that's exactly what you're willing to put up. And everybody's different. Everybody's different. What'll drive me crazy might not necessarily drive you nuts.
Yeah, like trying to find a House of Secrets 92 first appearance of the Swamp Thing. I don't know what it is about that cover, but it is the most restored cover you can find on like the CGC grading list.
Really?
Pretty much. And when you try and find this thing online on eBay, I have to send multiple. Is this restored? Is it restored? I don't know. Do you have a black light in your house? No. Okay, thank you. And I'm on to the next person. It's why to get it.
But the thing, Rob, that book, okay, from what you're saying, and taking the chance to buy a raw copy, I would be scared to. I would be scared just if you're asking that, because that book is pricey.
Yeah, you can't get even a mid-grade for under like $500-600.
Yeah, so I wouldn't even look at a raw copy when you get to that. You know,
we had the same conversation in the store. Since I've been looking for this book for so long, it was one of those where I was considering getting it slabbed and then just cracking it open because, again, don't give a crap about the slab, but it's the thrill of the hunt.
Oh yeah,
it's really just that. I'll wait. I'm patient. If I waited 12 hours in line to vote back in 2008 or 2007, I think I can wait another year to get my House of Secrets 92 in just the way I'm looking for.
Yeah. One of my favorite books to buy raw is this one right here, the limited series #1.
Rudy just mentioned that one.
And the reason why it's one of my favorites to buy raw is because of the color on the cover. It's really easy to see spine tits versus the 1988 #1 because it's black.
Mm-hmm.
And it also doesn't fade as easily as the other one because this cover, the way it fades from red to yellow here, it can fade and it'll fade into itself because of the color. So this one I love buying raw because it's a lot safer.
There we go.
I got that book at CGC too. It's one of the ones at CGC too. What's up, Javi?
What's going on, everybody? Hey,
see, I still need to get that book. Y'all also own it. I still need to get it.
I just came across it this year myself. I never had that book.
What's going on, Sean, Raul?
What's going on, man?
Big
I'm
Will,
glad you
what's going on? I don't think we have officially met. Big Will, Rob, what's going on, Rob?
Hey,
no, I don't think we have. Nice to meet you, my man.
Great book there, man.
Yeah,
thank you. Now, Rob,
it's great.
I'm curious, if you were to buy something slab, that way you could crack it open and have it raw without having to worry, would you care which slab you bought? Like CBCS, CGC, PGX, or the European ones? Does that matter?
Are we going to be doing this controversy right now?
I'm only CGC. I've never had another slab.
CGC, I'll try. CBCS still holds credibility. PGX, because it had a segment in their history, has lost all credibility whatsoever to me.
Yeah.
What about the European grading service, Halo, EGS in Florida with Tony Trombetta? You even tried those?
I don't know enough about them to comment.
I don't either. I've never owned one.
I'm sticking with CGC. I've never owned any other ones. I've held them and I've looked at them, and I just love the cases. I love the cases, the label. I love everything about CGC. So
yeah,
I actually have a CGC book in here.
Oh, it arrived?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I I bought something from DS Comics. He was doing a slab auction, and I managed to pick something up from him over there. Just one book. It was a Captain America annual number 8, the classic Mike Zeck cover with Wolverine and Captain America battling on the front cover.
I was watching that also, and when Javi voted, what is it? You know, what is he called?
Bid when you
bid.
yeah.
Oh my God. When he bid on it, I was like, nobody better bid. Nobody better bid. I was just in my room. Nobody bid. Nobody bid. Let Javi win it. Let Javi win it.
Yeah, I actually have never sent anything off to CGC. I do not have a CGC subscription. I have bought some CGC books from my comic book shop, just because he knew what I liked, like the characters that I liked. He had like a couple X-23 CGCs that he had, and he was like, "Yo, I know you like this character, you know, check him out." And he gave me a great deal on them. So but I don't have like a subscription or anything like that. And Hialeah actually AOK'd me a slab as well. So thank you, bro.
No problem, man.
Look at this packaging. Great.
DS knows his stuff.
Someone knows what they're doing.
Yeah. DS is the man. He's super knowledgeable on his Golden Age comics and super knowledgeable on slabs in general. That's what he loves to do. Slab his books, make a profit.
Hey, Biggie, I asked you a question in the chat earlier about what's the worst book I've sent to get slabbed. I don't even. I got it in the hallway. It's the Adam Hughes Vampirella one that I think she's like this with blood on her. Or I sent that and I swear to God, man, that was a 9698. It's not an expensive book, but I just thought it was really nice. It came back a 7. It came back a 7. That's probably the worst.
Cover smudged.
I don't know what was wrong with. I didn't see nothing wrong. Even still, I look at it and I can't. And it's a beautiful cover. It came back a 7. That's probably the worst book I've sent.
But it's also about the interior, the back cover.
I bought it off the rack, man. I never even read the thing. Okay, it was. I bought it.
It looked good off the rack.
It looked good. It looked good, yeah, when I sent it, and it came back a 7. Nice.
Oh, hi.
Sweet.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Javi with the CGC unboxing.
That's right. Right here. That's
I want Stay Puft.
beautiful cover.
So, were you hoping?
That's a beautiful cover, man.
No, yeah, this is how he advertised it. You know, he was showing off the slabs as he was auctioning them off. So I knew it was going to be a 9.6, and
nobody else bid, man.
Nobody else bid. I was the only bidder, and I got it for less than any of them are going on eBay or anything like that.
Yeah, Javi, you lucky I wasn't on eBay when that was up. I probably would have challenged you.
Because you look, that's Bagley, ain't it?
No, this is Mike Zeck.
That's Zach.
That's Mike Zeck. Mike Zeck.
That's Zach.
Zeck, one of my favorite artists, and 2 of my favorite characters, Captain America and Wolverine.
And he's one of your favorites, right, Puff?
Mike Zeck?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Mike Zeck. His Punisher run was awesome. Like the covers on that is amazing, and the interior artwork was
the
great.
miniseries.
Yeah, the miniseries.
Classic, bro. Classic.
Yeah.
Do you keep your
Like
slab
I have that
in the bag in this?
Yeah. Yeah, I keep them in the bag.
What about you, Big Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep them in the bag just in case, little bit of extra there.
Yeah.
Now I keep them in the bag they come in, though. I don't spring for the fancy Mylar. I mean, it's already in a case, so.
I used to spring for the Mylars too. I'm done with that. I'll keep them in the bag.
Yeah.
I remember earlier. I remember earlier I said I didn't send the CGC. Well, I did send the CGC once.
Mm-hmm.
And this was through my comic book shop that had Tony S. Daniels there as a signing, and I was able to get this second print of Deathstroke,
Nice.
#1, signed by him, and then I ship it. My shop dealt with CGC, so they was able to send it out, get it slabbed, graded 9.2. It was my first time sending the book out, and it was fine. You know, I just brought it off the rack right there because, you know, he was doing the signing. But I liked it. You know,
Of course.
I'm not the biggest Deathstroke fan, but I do like him as a character. You know, I do occasionally like when he show up on TV and other comics. So it was pretty nice.
I think he's a great villain. I love him. And
he's another one of those that's great as a villain, more so than as a face.
I got started with CGC the same way. Sending it through a shop. That's how I got it.
Love that cover, man.
Okay, man, but I got a question. Will, like I know Rob has all his books right there, right next to him. Where do you got your books, bro? You're just pulling everything out as we submit.
You only have
on your lap.
There's a box right here at my feet. With about 30 slabs.
Dude, you haven't even moved from the chair and you're just picking it out. It's like, how are you doing that? You got to go in categories, dude. You'd be great.
Well, the only problem with that is, like I said, my collection, I try to keep under 100. So
it makes it easy. Oh,
and it's signed.
Who do you got? How many signatures do you have on that?
As Wolfman and what was it? Perez.
Wow.
Yeah, because I got this. This is another one that I got from my shop.
Wow.
You know,
I don't have a lot of new Teen Titans.
Me neither.
I never picked them up.
You've never read that? You guys have never read that run?
No, I have the whole Suicide Squad run. Like
no, you got to read that. The George Perez Wolfman run of that's like X-Men. You know, the Burn X-Men. It's this.
Yeah,
it's a great run.
Alex Ross doing Perez's art there.
Yeah,
that's what that was. That's Crisis, right?
Wow.
That's Crisis on Infinite Earths. Yes. Traveled around the country just to get that signed by George Perez and Alex Ross. Both times I got there late, and for Alex Ross's, I flew out to Chicago Comic-Con, and I had a friend of mine, Robert Zabarski from high school, go, Robert? What are you doing here? I'm working here. What about you? I missed the line. You want to get in line? You'll be the very last one. Okay. So I got it signed by Alex Ross, and he was happy to do so. George Perez, I missed. He left for the day, and he said, oh, well, he might be wandering around. How the hell do I know what George Perez looks like? Really? He wears a Hawaiian shirt all the time. It's all he wears.
All the time.
Yep.
So I wandered around the show. I found him. I unrolled it. And a small crowd started gathering because he started talking about the piece and how long it took to put together. 6 months to do just the blacks and the right after the blacks, putting in the whitewash, then the colors over it, then the inks. This thing took forever to work on, and it's, to me, my personal grail of my collection.
That's gorgeous, bro. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's signed, and those stories behind those
things. Memory, yeah.
Yeah, that's where we get the signatures. Not so much to sell them, or at least for me, it isn't. It's just about the stories and having it, and maybe passing it on. And if not pass it on, well, when I die, let it go to whatever vultures want it the most. I would be one of them. So
my Grail art piece is. You remember when Steranko did the 9/11 painting of Captain America, where they sold it and it went to the families that.
Oh yeah.
The ones that he signed. That's I have one of those. That's my Grail of my artwork so far.
Wow.
But yeah, man, I'm long-term speculation on those Teen Titans. So I've been getting all those books.
You know what's a good one in that one? The First Brother Blood.
I have the one.
A great character.
I have one. I believe I have one, and it's the first appearance of Captain Carrot.
That's 16.
Yeah.
That's 16. That's Starfire. It's like in the yeah. I know that's 16.
The white cover, white backgrounds. Yeah. Captain Carrot is such a kooky character.
Love this cover, man.
Perez, man, he could put so many characters on the page and still look good. They didn't mumble. The proportions were accurate. You know, it's just.
And that's the thing. I regret missing him when he was at MegaCon a few years back. It was, every time I went to his line, it was long and it was capped off because he was doing panels. And I was like, damn, man, I really wanted to meet him because I know Perez is genuinely a nice guy. He loves giving people hugs, super nice. And every time I go there, I see him doing sketches. And I was like, man, I just want to meet this man. And even more so than just getting a signature, I just want to meet him.
I have a little tip for meeting creators. Bring them food.
That's it. There it goes.
You might get free signatures.
I have it in the other room, Big Will.
Yeah.
Dude,
great cover.
The first
what was the grade on that? I missed it.
9.6.
9.6.
Yeah.
Great.
And awesome. That's hard to get in that book because it has that insert, don't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the insert of the
for the Captain Carrot.
Yeah, the Captain Carrot story is 16 pages inserted in.
Yeah.
In the Teen Titans story.
To get a 9.6 is hard, dude. That is not easy.
Captain Carrot's a Roy Thomas creation, actually.
Really? My first con I ever went to, George Perez was there. I still didn't know what the hell I was doing at a con. I was just, and his line, I was able to stand right next to him and just, he was getting everybody in line, and the line wasn't too long, but like you said, it was capped off. And I was just seeing how everything worked. And I just saw the amount of time he was taking with each individual person. I was impressed. I didn't get to meet him, but I was like maybe 5 feet away. And it was like, dude, that guy's awesome, dude. He was giving stories, talking to everybody. I was very impressed with him, man. Super. You could tell the guy's just a nice human.
The great thing about most of all his stuff is, except for a few specific books, most of them you can get at a reasonable price.
Yes.
He signs for free.
Power Girl.
That is a character that really needs to see her day.
Really?
For at least 2 reasons we know of.
Yes.
I swear to God, that Power Girl 27 is the most expensive non-key issue
There's
ever.
nothing that happens in this. Nothing.
Nothing happened.
It's a countdown.
It's a cover book. But yet people, they charging so much money just for this gorgeous cover. I'm like,
Puff.
It's a white cover. That's
white cover, and that's it.
I prefer the All-Star comic one, though.
I would rather get this any day, but it's just not so easy to come by in the wild. I even had to get this off of eBay just to get a nice-looking copy.
Yeah, I had to do a YouTube auction for mine. It's at CGC right now, but I want another one. She is my favorite DC character. Just under her is Plastic Man. I love Power Girl. She is the better Supergirl in my opinion.
Yeah, she's better than Supergirl, yeah.
Quick question. How much is that book, Puff? I don't have no idea. The Adam Hughes. How much does that go for?
That's Adam Hughes?
Yeah.
No, I think that's
on the Power Girl 27.
So this Power Girl right here in like top grade, you're probably going to see like $90, $100 in a comic shop. I probably paid maybe $20 for it back when it was starting to blow up. But the All-Star one I won in the middle of the night. It was an auction that ended at about 4:30 in the morning. So I woke up and it was only like 3 bidders, and I got it for about $30. Only issues I could see with it really were just down here.
How far back?
With that?
Warren Liu on the
Warren Liu.
My bad.
How far back?
And most of
and Matthew Sturgis before she became Lila Sturgis.
Most of the issues that I see on eBay is running for like $80 plus.
Yep.
Really?
A lot of them are over $100. Like one guy's selling it for $190. And that he got it said 9.6, but I'm like, God, I can't pay $190 just for the cover.
Yeah.
Like the cover is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. But $190 for a non-key issue that nothing happened, I'm like, no.
I'm good.
No.
It's kind of like that Catwoman where she looks like she's on jail, that she's taking the that's crazy money too, man.
Exactly. It's like some of the Adam Hughes Catwoman covers. is ridiculous, man. I'm
Yeah,
like,
the
they're gorgeous.
Adam Hughes Zatanna covers too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just how he draws his women, man. It's just how he draws his women. Like this is another one of the Power Girl that Adam Hughes did. Everyone wants to buy.
Wow.
You know, just because of two, like Hialeah said, two very good reasons.
Yeah,
I'll show them to you.
That cover though, that cover is actually really nice. I like that cover.
Yeah.
I like the background. I like the title, the headline, and and that's how it's a speech bubble. I dig that cover. That one's cool.
What year was that, Will? What year did that book come out?
This is 2009, and there are only two covers. Amanda Connor, I believe, did the main one. It's in the mail.
I got that one. I got the Amanda
Connor
Connor
by Adam Hughes, and that's it. Just those two covers, 2009. And
Sweet cover, man. I love seeing Adam Hughes covers that I've never seen before. I'm trying to up my Adam Hughes collection.
Have you seen his Rose and Thorn covers that he did? I think it was like a miniseries or something in the early 2000s.
I've seen a couple, yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty awesome. I don't have any anymore, but yeah, that's some of. I don't know if it's his earliest work, but it's before his name got famous. And they're Rose and Thorn. It's just more women that he draws. It's just amazingly.
Yeah.
My favorite is have you guys seen Thor 700? His Hela one that it's like green and it's Hela and she's like standing on like skulls.
No,
My God,
that sounds intense.
That book just drives me nuts, man. But I don't want to pay for it. I don't want to. It's just, but it's gorgeous, bro. It's a gorgeous cover.
Where my Raven Thorn is.
Now that book is one I don't understand either. I mean, I know it's a super awesome cover.
So
why is it so expensive? All that's in it is the cover, right? That's
So
But that
issue
cover, man.
880, the last issue of Detective before they cut off this entire run was 881, which isn't that much money. But this one here was very under-ordered. For me, it was just a book that came out on a Wednesday. So when I was going basically homeless and had to sell a lot of books, this one stayed into the collection because back in the day, it was like maybe $8, $10. I have no idea when, but sometime between here and when he started working on Batman and Justice League, this became a $300 book. I don't know why it's that much money. I wouldn't personally pay that much for it, but I'd be guessing white cover.
That and the Joker is sick on that cover, man.
Oh,
that cannot be denied. That is one of the best Joker covers out there. But I agree with Big Will. That's another one that's super expensive. And although I love the storyline of that whole run, the Black Mirror, there's not a key issue, man. It's not a key for you to say.
Wait. I gotta give my 5-10 cents on this one. This book, I was out of comics. I got back into about 2015, 2016, and I was in a shop. I was at Sam's shop at Hope's.
Yeah, Hope's Comics.
And I was just looking, I was just getting back into comics. And dude, I saw that cover on his wall, and it just stopped me. That's a gorgeous. That's an iconic cover right there, dude. It stopped me, and I didn't even know what it was. It was just a cover. That's an iconic cover.
Yeah, it's awesome. But have you truly ever seen a horrible Joker cover?
But that was just Joker cover in your tracks, man. You see the little bats and the way he. Oh man, it's a gorgeous cover, guys. It stopped me in my tracks. I was like, "What is that?" And I should have bought it. It was only $30, and I didn't buy it.
That is what is worth $300 or more to me. I paid a lot more than that. But again, getting things that you can't tell if it's restored.
Bro, what are you, a magician? How fast?
Yeah, no,
It's like,
Hailey is right, Big Will. You are a magician.
It's like Rob sells one book and Big Will got it right next to him. He pulls it out.
Up his sleeve, bro. He's got him sitting on his lap. What the hell?
Yeah. Hey, in my defense, though, mine's a much crappier book than his is.
Hey, but it presents real nice though on the camera.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful book. I love the red cover. And one cool thing about it is I forget which Superboy issue it is. I think it's 189. I'm not sure. On the inside cover, there's an advertisement for Batman 183. And they didn't have artwork finalized for it. So they used that cover, the Poison Ivy in that cover, as the advertisement art for it. So a lot of people mistakenly think it's one of those true first deals you hear about, but it's not. It's actually advertising Batman 183
Now
instead of
that's
181.
another great one. That's another great one.
That's a beautiful book.
Beautiful
cover.
cover, man. I love that cover.
Yeah, I love that cover.
Yeah. Didn't someone recently do an homage cover to that one?
They just did some of the facsimile reprints through these.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but
No, I mean homage cover where an artist did it in the same way.
I think you're right, Will. I just can't. I don't remember. That's the one I love. I love that one, dude. The first School. That green is just gorgeous, man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Neil Adams, for some reason, uses a lot of green and greenish backgrounds, and they all look amazing.
It's just beautiful.
Especially his Dead Man stuff.
Yes.
Yo, his Deadman stuff is great.
I always love that Batman too.
Yeah.
I remember, look at all the hair on his chest. He's a man. He's a real.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
That's
I always love that
awesome,
cover.
man.
Beautiful books, Rob.
Yeah, beautiful, amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have no idea about that one whatsoever.
The Deadshot?
Yeah, I've never seen that cover. Don't
Really?
That's gorgeous. Look at the Batman in it. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. I've never
Is that
seen
Neil
it.
Adams also?
No, I think this is. Let's see here. I think this is Rogers and Austin.
That's gorgeous, dude.
Yeah.
That's a big book too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but all the reflective covers look great. Like the Marvels, where the Silver Surfer has the Human Torch in his chest, and then of course the Wolverine's claws reflecting the Hulk. All those reflective covers look cool to me. How they do that?
Yeah, me too. I thoroughly enjoy those too. There it is.
Oh yeah, there it is.
He's doing a big wheel.
And you say I'm fast.
He's doing a big
This is
wheel.
why I win comic gories and forget.
Hey,
forget.
he pulled that out. So here we go.
Oh,
And don't have to sign by. But, hey, Halle, you remember this one, right?
Yeah. I was holding your bags.
Peter David.
Yeah, you was holding my bags, so
Yeah.
Peter David.
In my defense, I had one. I sold it. It's not on my list.
Yeah, this is a great cover, man. And we still doing that top 5 or top 4 copper.
Yeah,
Copper
we're
Age
still doing it.
tomorrow.
We're still doing it tomorrow on Silver Age Sunday. I have my books here prepared. So
Yeah, I got mine right
here's
here.
an Adam
that's-
Hughes in my collection that I really like.
That's
So
beautiful.
let me put it on you.
Yeah. Some of my first comic books were the old Dark Horse ones with Ghost and X and some of the others.
I love Ghost. She's such a cool character.
I used to love Concrete. I used to like Concrete. I used to be a Concrete fan.
Whenever I find this book, I try to pick it up.
You got that? I
Yeah,
think
that's-
it was with you when you got that, didn't you?
Yeah, I got one. I got one at Tate's too. So I got it's crypto.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he was doing some later Superman issues, like some more recent ones. He was doing the variants for.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I
any of
remember.
you guys?
You know,
Any of you guys have Bat Cow by any chance?
Bat
First
Cow,
appearance
no.
of Bat Cow.
No. I mean,
And,
never heard of Bat Cow.
Well, there's two
Oh.
different cows. There's Bat Cow and Hell Cow in Marvel.
I love that Goon remark.
yeah. He got the face underneath the face.
That is really cool.
That's awesome. God, that Saga won though, man. See, when Saga came out, I had just got back in the comics, and that wasn't on my radar.
If you like,
So I didn't
Saga,
pick it up.
read this.
I did read that. I love Why the Last Man.
Hey, of those 3 books, that Why the Last Man is so damn hard to find. I had a chance once, and I should have got it, but now that book is crazy.
Crazy.
Never read
Like
any
I said,
of the 3.
Oh,
Back in
well.
1997, when I was a fat kid that didn't know how to interact with others, I came up to Brian's table and he was pretty high off the air. I'm looking up to him and I'm going, "I love your writing." And I couldn't say anything else. And I just must have looked like the biggest idiot, but he just knew what was going on. He was very pleasant, very friendly, very nice about it, and signed like 3 of my books. And this one I wound up keeping from all that.
Bro.
Every year, and it's fantastic.
What Ryan just said. Saga, Why the Last Man, and Paper Girl, bro. All of them are. Will, you got to read at least Saga. Saga is so good.
I'll be honest with you, man. It doesn't look as good as Why the Last Man does out of the 2 of them there.
They're both good. Paper Girls is amazing. I love Paper Girls also. But Saga, you just start reading it and you're gonna be like, oh my god! And
it hooks you immediately.
Just start reading old
Preacher, yeah.
And by really old Vertigo, I mean that really old Vertigo.
Nice.
Preacher's so good, man.
Covers
Garth Ennis is great.
So
I never
far,
read
I got
absolutely nothing that
that's the first Alan Moore, right?
Yep, first Alan Moore on the Swamp Thing
And that's
title.
the first Constantine.
And I'm going to need to go back eventually to get the old Bernie Wrights and stuff, but at least I have from Alan Moore all the way on through to, Scott Snyder and Tom King writing the Walmart specials. But I've always been a huge fan of the Swamp Thing because when superheroes are going to crap, usually the independents, the mature readers' titles will always be faithful to you.
Yeah, I remember reading Transmetropolitan. That series was something else.
Oh yeah,
it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I reread it. So I brought the absolute edition of that run. So I definitely want to give that a nice thorough reread because that book was ahead of its time.
I've never read that. I gotta read that.
Yeah, I gotta read it too. Warren Ellis, I know he's a madman.
Never read it.
Oh, this is his masterpiece right here, Warren Ellis. But if you were ever a big fan, if you were one of those nihilists back in the 1990s that was really into Nietzsche, this is basically Thus Spoke Zarathustra, the futuristic comic.
Rob, have you looked at what's on the screen?
Nope.
What Great Man
I
said?
think Rob has more money than God.
It's too funny.
That might be comment of the day right
I
there.
got these all when they came out. I didn't have to spend more than cover price on a single one of these.
So,
Rob, I got a question for you. How many books do you have in your collection?
Oh, about 18,000, give or take.
My God.
I need to purge, like, badly.
Wow.
what percentage of them were bought
So
years
good, man.
after they came out?
You gotta read Saga.
80%.
Bro, I gave that to Chad. He still hasn't read it, bro.
Saga is so good. It's just all these 3 that I'm about to show off are just super
It's what
original.
Ryan just said, man. It's a gut punch. It's so different than anything, man.
I'm still reeling off of issue 54.
Exactly, bro. And
I'm like,
it ends, and
it ain't come back yet.
It hasn't come. It's been over a year. It's been over a year.
Yeah, they
It's crazy, man.
It'll be a year before they start back again, and they just haven't yet.
It's so good.
Chew's really good too. If you guys haven't read Chew,
I gotta read Chew. That's the trade, Javi.
Yeah, this is a trade.
Lend it to me. I want to read that.
I still need to read that myself.
Yeah,
it's really good, man. Super original as well.
I gotta check that out.
This is old school. If you guys never read Lock and Key,
never.
Yeah, I read.
Lock and Key is amazing.
I got
Probably my
the
favorite.
first 3. I gotta finish it up.
Yeah, I think there's only 4.
Yeah, I gotta get that last one.
Yeah. And we were showing Deadshot earlier. So
Oh, that's a nice one too.
Nice.
Man.
I got that one too.
That's nice.
I got that.
Yeah, that's the
That's another one.
And then this one
I
that
like-
when the movie was coming out, this one blew up.
Yeah.
You know what cover is iconic on that original Suicide Squad run from the 80s?
Which one?
The one with the Amanda Waller one where she's pointing at Batman, pushing him against the wall.
Nice.
That cover is underrated classic, man.
Pull it out, Will.
Because Amanda
Will, I dare you to pull that one out.
Which one? Which one is it? Do you know what issue it is?
Let me go pull it out.
Because I think I have that full run.
I'm gonna go grab it for a minute.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Take it off me.
I can't pull it out. I don't,
You got
it's not,
some?
it's not one of the
You
books
I
interesting.
can't pull that. I don't have that one either.
I mean, I've read it, but I've never.
Another Garth Ennis crazy creation. If you guys have never read Red Rover Charlie, this
Never even
is
heard of that.
this is insane. It's about these 3 dogs going through the post-apocalypse.
That's a trade.
Oh, we 3?
You got that in a trade?
Derek let me borrow this,
Oh, okay.
so I still got to read through it. But it's bloody, it's violent. It's
I
insane.
have read Miracle Man.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I never read Miracle Man. That I haven't read.
I don't. Oh no, I don't have. I have Starman.
First thing I grabbed,
Oh, that's nice, dude.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is
the
pretty
wall.
What issue is that?
Yes, it's issue 10.
10.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Amanda Waller is one badass character, and this cover. If you remember the Justice League episode when Batman encountered her in the bathroom while she was in the shower, and she was really giving it to Batman, even letting him know that I know who you are. It reminded me of this issue right here because of how intimidating she is.
That is awesome. Oh, there it goes.
Batman, and I like how he has the long ears, or like the long points.
That is super nice. Who's the artist on that? McGuire?
It said McDonald.
McDonald?
On the cover, I'm not sure.
It's got a different name on the cover.
On the cover, it's Jerry Bingham.
It's a nice cover.
Yeah, iconic
Yeah, it's
cover.
underrated cover.
I like when they do that, all white or a solid color in the back like that. It just pops.
Yeah.
Especially white. For me, I think it's white. I like those white covers. Yellow also.
I remember when the movie was coming out, I was like really getting into the Suicide Squad comics, so I just decided to. I got a great deal for this Volume 1 run.
Yeah.
What
For the
what do you
whole-
think of the movie?
Man,
though?
That movie,
Ew. I
the
mean,
movie should have been what the comics were, but it
yeah,
wasn't.
it wasn't.
You think the second one will be better with a gun?
That
I think it's going to be
remains to be
different.
seen for me.
I don't know if it's going to be better.
It'll be more fun.
It's going to be different, yeah.
Maybe the
But see,
Suicide
the thing-
Squad won't create the problem that they have to go and fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because normally they sent out on missions from Waller to to deal with somebody who they feel is a threat.
Hey, here's something. Since Birds of Prey isn't going to be using goddamn Babs, how about they use them for Suicide Squad? This is where she originated to begin with. I mean, if it wasn't for Suicide Squad, we wouldn't have an Oracle.
Man, I think that Birds of Prey movie is going to be a mistake.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to
I mean, yeah,
maybe entice us where we would want us.
You know why it's a mistake? It's because it's all about Harley. I don't like the fact that she's leading the team.
I love Harley, but no, that's a mistake.
Yeah, I like Harley too, but why
Leave
is
Harley
she?
to herself.
Why is she?
Make a Harley movie, not a Birds of Prey movie, a Harley movie.
Well, it's
or
called
Gotham City Sirens. It's what the movie should have been.
it's called Birds of Prey.
Instead, we get this character in the movie. I don't get it.
Yeah. I mean, you think they were doing good with Wonder Woman and everybody's loving Joker, and I have a feeling they're going to take 2 steps back with Birds of Prey.
DC's just trying to do whatever they can to keep themselves alive. It doesn't. I don't know if it's necessarily catering to us, but they know that Harley Quinn is a super popular character, and that's what they're trying to market, I guess.
Which is why they overexposing her in the comic books as well.
They've been doing that for decades.
Yeah, they've been doing that ever since the movies or anything like that. But
they've been doing that since New 52.
Yeah.
To me, when they started doing a whole bunch of specials and stuff like that.
There's only one character that is unfazed by overexposure.
Wolverine, Will.
No, not Wolverine. Deadpool.
Yeah, for sure. It's all Deadpool.
You can over.
There he is. He pulled out Deadpool right on cue.
Yeah, you can overexpose Wolverine, but the way that Deadpool is as a character, I don't think you really can.
Man, I'm not a Deadpool fan except for the movies. I freaking love the movies.
The Deadpool movies are great, and they're great because Ryan Reynolds is hilarious, and he's a great actor, and he plays Deadpool great. So that's why I like those movies.
That book right there with Black Panther, that's not a cheap book. You can get some of those Deadpool covers, those Deadpool issues, but that book, because I remember the Black Panther crossover with it, that was like a $30 book. And I'm like, man, what the? I'm not paying $30. I was able to luck out and get it for like 15. But I was like, I don't even want to pay 15 for that. Yeah.
Really?
It was between $20 and $30, $40. Some people who get the slab to sell it for more.
You know what books I was thinking about getting for Deadpool? My shop had, oh God.
9.6.
But my shop had like 5 or 6 covers that they did, like the movie homage covers for Deadpool, and they had those. It was like maybe 8 books, and I thought about getting it because they were only selling them as a set. Those were super cool. Like they were, it was like a movie homage to I think The Graduate and some other movie. Those looked amazing. But other than that, man, I am not a Deadpool fan at all. I am not. That's a great book, though, Will.
Oh yeah, that's first appearance.
That's a great freaking book.
Show that again.
This is second appearance.
Yeah. You know what's weird is only the 98, New Mutants 98, seems to be the one affected really by any of these movies. I mean, the others are signed, nice.
This one got a big of a spikes. Well, not really.
They have spikes, but nowhere near the other one.
Yeah, this is your favorite artist. These two, I believe, are your favorite artists.
Rob Liefeld's Tube Weaponry.
Man, I don't know. If Deadpool came up as one of the categories on one of those competition games, I would do it instantly. I don't think I have one.
That's Steve Dillon, isn't that?
Yeah, Rob. Those two Deadpool books with the Punisher and Tim Bradstreet, Steve Dillon.
I got them for free.
I would love to have those.
Problem is that somebody back in the day wrote on this damn thing.
Yeah,
those irritate the hell out of me.
Like computer routing.
Yeah. And some link to something that certainly doesn't exist today.
Wow, that's Steve Dillon.
Yeah,
I didn't know he did a Deadpool cover.
Yeah, he's been working on it. Steve Dillon and Garth Ennis have been working together for.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had that whole Punisher run, the Welcome Back Frank run, but I didn't know he did a Deadpool cover. That's awesome.
I wish this would go up a little more because I love that cover, but it's worthless book.
Man, What's funny is Rogue's first appearance in the annual isn't really that expensive when you think about everything else.
Yeah, big. That's super under. God
Hey,
bless.
hey, Big Wood.
You guys got talent, dude. What the hell? How fast was that,
Yeah, see?
Rob, dude? You guys are too much.
Hey, I had it right there on my table, and I was like, this was gonna be one of the books I share, and sure enough, Will's brought it up, Rob shared it, and I got it right here. So,
But
it's like we in sync.
But to his point, that is a very undervalued book.
Yeah,
And-
it's not on my list, so I don't have it.
And do you agree? This has one of the single best stories of the era with one of the worst covers.
That cover is hideous.
Oh yeah,
And that's a Michael Golden cover, right?
And I love
Yeah, it
Michael
is.
Golden, but
I
it's
love Michael Golden, but that cover is hideous.
Come on, Hylia.
Dude, that cover is hideous.
Probably told me
Actually,
there's no comparison.
we want a Spider-Woman cover, and then they just
That
put them all
Avengers
together.
Annual 10 is hideous, bro. And I love that artist. I think he's on my list for Copper Age artist because I love that guy. But that cover is hideous.
the thing about that cover is they try and
Too
put
much.
like too many boxes
Too much.
on there, like to say like, oh yeah, all this is happening in the book.
Too much.
But
It's just too much.
There's no focus on it.
I
There's
don't know
probably
where my eyes
45
should go.
characters on that cover.
It's too much.
I mean, considering it's a follow-up to
And
Mystique.
I'm looking on the side. It said
It looks
I
cool.
see Milgram's name, so I'm thinking it's an Al Milgram cover.
It might be.
'Cause I see his signature on the side.
It might be Golden, man. It might be Milgram. I hope it is because I really like Golden.
Golden is either the cover or the interior, but it may be Al Milgram on the cover. They both could have done it.
No, and then okay, look, it has all those boxes, and then it has the 10-speed racer on top to boot. You know, like if it didn't have enough.
It's Al Milgram and Irv Watanabe.
Okay, look, I'm glad it's not Golden because he's my boy. But that cover is still hideous. They couldn't put enough on that cover, dude.
Yeah, that Miss Marvel though. I lost a bid on that. Somebody outbidded me by 50 cents on it.
That was me.
Damn you, best.
Yeah.
You.
Funny.
It's the same auction where they also had the and I can't believe I got this, but I got this with the same auction as this, and I wound up getting someone else has it on the screen.
It's all right. I had to show mine off since everybody else had one.
Yeah, but there you go.
So the same auction I got this. So did you lose this auction when I got this book too?
My auction was on eBay.
Oh, never mind then. I got this on
mine was on eBay.
YouTube auctions.
Yeah, I got outbidded by 50 cents. And that is crazy because you think you in the last second you worried that somebody's going to outbid you on the last couple seconds, and they got me.
Like $20, $30, $50, okay. But when it's 50 cents, damn, that pisses you off.
That hurt. And that hurt.
Well, try this. I got this book the day after I wound up saying, let me check my bank account to make sure I can get this. I come back and it's no longer on the screen. So I'm like, hey, is it still for sale? Yeah. I PayPal'd him immediately. And within the day that this came in, the news dropped of Jeremy Renner being wasted off of his ass and firing a gun with his wife in the room. And now we might not have a Jeremy Renner Hawkeye. So thanks, Jeremy.
Wow.
So you just got that. That wasn't too long ago, right?
I just got this about 3-4 weeks ago.
Wow.
Maybe a little less than that.
Wow.
Okay, I just looked it up here. We're all right. Al Milgram did do the cover.
Sorry.
The interior art is Michael Golden and Armando Gil for the Avengers Annual 10.
Awesome. I knew Golden has something to do with that book because I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm actually happy that he didn't do the cover.
Yeah.
I'm glad he didn't do the cover.
Now, what's funny is Rogue is done more in the comics and is, to me, a more popular character than Gambit. But Gambit's first appearance, the 266 that he has under Miss Marvel there, is the more expensive one by a lot.
Yeah.
Costs for more, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Madame McEvil. I'm sorry, Moondragon to get more of her due.
Man, that's a book I'm after. The Iron Man 54.
Oh, I saw it, and then the guy just wouldn't be willing to sell it to me for $35. And within a couple weeks, you couldn't buy it for anywhere near that.
I've been hunting that book for a while, and I just haven't come across it. You don't see it often.
No.
You don't see it often. And then what they want online, like I look on my comic shop, I look on eBay. It's like I don't want to spend that much.
There's other things that I'm focused on more. Like by the end of the year, I damn well better be getting that Werewolf by Night number 32 and 33 and 37.
Man,
I just got those this year too. I got those this year, Rob. I'm
nice.
I'm super happy about that.
Deadpool and Gambit. We just talked about these two characters.
Antigra. Yeah.
I love this cover.
My girl Tigra.
We got all the chicks lining up for Gambit's kissing booth, and then Deadpool is just there.
Yeah,
he's the playboy.
Yeah. There's a Hawkeye comic where Deadpool is in it, and he has his mask off, and I don't know who it is, but somebody's talking to Hawkeye, and they're talking to Deadpool, and things like, "Oh, I love your Halloween costume. I love your Freddy Krueger costume." And Hawkeye's like, "No, that's his regular face."
my favorite panel in a Deadpool book is one where he's having to fight like almost an army, and this group of heroes by him. There's kind of him and Han not really wanting to do it. And as they're talking, he just charges in and screams the entire splash page, "Leroy Jenkins!"
Leroy!
Yeah! That's hilarious. There's a Captain Marvel variant. I forget what issue it is, but it's Deadpool. It's a Deadpool variant. And it's the meme guy, the aliens guy who has like the crazy hair and he's wearing a suit and he's just like aliens, you know. But it's Deadpool and he's like space tacos. Beast. I always see those Beasts comics.
Yeah, and it's not even the first time he's blue. It's just the first time he has fur.
Has fur. That's a good spec book.
This is the one I just wound up getting in. Made sure that it had the Marvel value stamp because I just never wind up seeing Jamie Madrox very much. There's a really good storyline that was used very recently where he had a kid and Siren gives birth to this kid, and right as he goes to hold the child, sucks it right back into him. I'm like, oh, that is such a dark storyline. They're definitely going to use that in a movie. I would.
It's pretty dark.
You know what book is a great spec book that you were showing earlier, Rob? Is that the first Spider-Woman?
Oh, yeah, that one I just had out right here.
Yeah,
this is one that I picked up for almost nothing because I could easily tell some kid was using this to practice. I can see the little imprint around the head, but I can live with it. I don't care about near mint. I just want the book.
That's a great spec book.
I think the number one might eventually overtop it just because the costume design is so much better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Oh wait! I can show a book.
Let's see.
You mean this one?
That one.
Yeah.
Got on it, man.
I got on it. I'm letting you guys show books. I don't want to show books, but I had that one right there.
Hey, man, I love it, man. Keep showing books, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show this one. I'm gonna show some.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful.
Who gonna pull that out?
I don't got that one.
I don't have that.
Issue right here.
I don't got that one.
I have it.
Oh, nice. The People Breeders.
That's a good spec book.
That's a great spec book. You know what book? Oh, that's another great spec book.
Oh, I love those Strange Tales.
Now, do you think that's the better spec book? Because that's the second appearance. The first is in a previous issue, but it has the Nick Fury story on the cover, so you don't see him until he's inside, until you look inside the book.
The people
Love that cover, man.
revolutionary.
Hey,
I
I
think-
want to give a shout out to Lady Fantastic in the chat. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, Lady Fantastic?
I want to say a spec book that I feel is gonna blow up. That's already an expensive book. That's beautiful, Javi.
Nice. That's
Sweet.
first
Lovely.
Mephisto's sister, right?
I'm not sure. Might be. I just says John
Santana,
Buchanan.
isn't it?
I could look it up.
You know what spec book I think is gonna blow up that I do not have? That it's already an expensive book, but I think this book is fantastic. See if any okay, you get Rob, see if you pull this book out.
All right.
Fantastic 418. It's the
Fantastic
first
418.
the first Super Scroll.
No, I don't have that.
I think that book is got so much potential, dude.
Yeah, but that's an early book, man.
It's an it's an expensive book now, but I think that book is just gonna go nuts. It's the first Super Scroll. I could just see him in the movies, you know?
Oh yeah. But these right now I'm waiting for on Batwoman so that we can have Luke Fox. He's kind of a little nebbish, a little nerdy, but so is Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific on Arrow, and that book spiked for a short period of time. This thing went up to like $100 for a while, but so did this, and it still kind of maintains somewhat of its value. But if you wind up having a decent Batwoman show, if they need to get rid of the narration first and foremost.
Yeah.
But having a Batman, since Batman's no longer functional in the city of Gotham on the show, we might have another Batman, a black Batman. Somebody that you could have a lot of people identify with on the CW network. And these two, I'm just looking forward to seeing it go somewhere, because up until a few months ago, they were dollar issues. Good luck finding them now.
Oh yeah.
Hey, congratulations to Gray Man. He was trying to win a bid on Lois Lane 75, and he says he just won it last second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome,
Nice.
man.
Hey, awesome. Good stuff.
Awesome, bro. Good for you, man. It's not so bad being a heel, Gray Man. It's okay. Good for you, bro.
I like that Suicide Squad cover there, man.
Yeah, that's really badass.
You know what makes me laugh is all the covers you see with people and guns. Every one of them, no matter what, seems to always have their trigger finger on the trigger.
on the trigger.
That is not proper firearm safety.
No, it's not.
Man, the Creeper is great. That's some Steve Ditko right there.
Oh, yeah.
Is that who that is? That's Disco?
Yeah. That's Ditko right when no one really wanted to work with him because all he wanted to do was talk about Ayn Rand.
Yeah, he's a big, what is it, Colossus? What is it? What's the book that she wrote?
Atlas
Colossus Shrugged or something?
Yeah.
What was that? You guys were all talking at once.
Atlas Shrugged.
Shrugged.
Atlas Shrugged, that's what it is.
Yeah, and Rob, do you happen to have the other DC character he created during that time that was all him, Hawk and Dove?
Oh, no, I don't have that one yet. I'm looking for it, but I haven't found it quite yet.
Yeah, Ditko also did Hawk and Dove in a showcase book as well. And they're, of course, on the Titans TV show. I don't know if they've gained any in popularity or not, but
I got one here.
Nice.
They created them as well?
yeah, Ditko created Hawk and Dove as well.
Wow.
And another cool fact is the 1980-something series Hawk and Dove,
Mhm.
where he has the new dove that's the girl.
Yes.
I believe that #1, or I think it's the #1 issue, is Rob Liefeld's first published work.
No way.
Oh, yeah. I do
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Rob Liefeld's. Hawking Dove.
He was able to draw feet then.
He regressed some now.
That happens.
Yeah.
Just take a look at Frank Miller.
Yes, exactly. John Romita Jr. Same thing.
John Romita Jr. was good in the 80s.
What?
And in the 90s. I kind of liked his style in the 90s, even though it was, you know, not a lot of people liked it.
He did a nice exit run.
But for some reason in the 2000s, something happened and his art style changed a little bit for the worse. And ever since then, I just kind of fell off of his stuff. Like his Superman, when he did Superman the New 52 with Jeff Johns, I was looking at some of them covers. I'm like, God, I can't believe I still got these books, man.
You talking about Miller or Junior?
Junior.
John Romita Jr.
Yeah, some of his work is a miss and some of it's great. Like part of his Wolverine looks a little weird, but then the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Enemy of the State, those are awesome.
His X-Men run was nice. I liked it when he did X-Men.
Hey, hi Leah. Biggie Shaq telling me to ask you for his email because he wants to jump in.
All right, let me find out. Send it to you.
I think I might have it too.
Hey, Stay Puff, what do you think of Frank Miller? Because I thought that's who you were talking about. When he does books for companies like Marvel and DC, I like his art. But when he does on his own kind of stuff and some of his later stuff, it's
his Daredevil artwork was great. His Wolverine was great. And to a certain extent, I liked it, Dark Knight Returns. But after that, you started seeing that style a little bit more in certain his artwork. And then, like, each year, it started to get different and not what it was when he first started out. And then it just got horrible after he did that Dark Knight Return 2, the second one. That was absolutely trash. And some people liked his Dark Knight 3, but I look at some of them covers, I'm like, man, that is not good looking artwork. And some of them just turn me off. I'm like, Frank Miller is not the artist that I used to like.
No, he's not. I totally agree with you. It's not the same person. Man, where did I have it written down?
I think I got it.
No, I got it.
Or Hialeah, my bad.
I got it.
I know I have some. It's funny that you mentioned that. I know I have some Rob Liefeld Talking Dove somewhere in my collection, but only a couple issues.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I can't remember the one for Liefeld. I'm trying to find it real quick.
And Frank Miller, for the Dark Knight 3 Returns, he did some variants with Wonder Woman on the front cover.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw those or know what I'm talking about, but people hate on those.
Yeah, I did not want that.
I kind of dig them because it's that weird Frank Miller style. And what about Superman Year One? Are you guys picking that up and reading through it?
Nope.
No, but that cover that Romita did.
Let me tell you about that. I did the whole series, all 3 books. You can tell that Junior is working with Miller on the art, on the covers, and you can tell Junior's style real good in the books. I thought number 1 was great. I never thought about having him be in the military before, and I thought that was great. Number 2 was pretty good, and then number 3, they tried to put like 20 years of Superman's time all in a few pages, and it was a horrible ending. I didn't like it. They really let me down there. Number 3 was not good.
Yeah, they should have made it at least one more, or, done something more to stretch it out. But yeah, no, I thought number 1 was great too.
Yeah.
Hey, Hialeah is telling me that the address is not recognized.
All right, let me look again. You know what? Let me have him send it to me again. Puff, send it. Text me again. Text me your email again, Biggs, and I'll send it to Puff.
Put on what's the name because he's showing off those books. Yeah, see, I wasn't a fan of those covers, man. Like something about them that I was like Superman in the trench coat just don't look right.
And sadly, these were my favorite covers to choose between the two, and almost all of them were not Frank Miller. So the second one must have been really bad for me to go, no, I would rather just have this instead.
Yeah.
Hey, I found out about Dove. It's female Dove, Dawn Granger. First appearance, Hawk and Dove, Volume 2, Number 1, 1988. That's Rob Liefeld's first stuff.
And this was Frank Miller's first stuff, and things went sideways quick. Well, at least in the last couple decades. At the very beginning, he was amazing and prolific. I mean, Todd McFarlane told me a long time ago when I was trying to break into comics, because haven't we all tried at one time or another? He said you only need 3 things really to get along in doing this field. One, be a superstar, and then he laughed because that's not always easy, and he didn't even think of himself like that then still. So of course the first one's out of the window. So the second 2 are be able to get along with people, and 3, meet your deadlines, be on time. That's it.
It's great advice.
He was able to switch a lot of those around, so he's still kind of a superstar, but he gets along with nobody, and he just doesn't give a crap about deadlines. But back in the day, he could put out one of these every month.
Man. You hear stories like that, and you have to think of Jack Kirby, who does like 50,000 books completely every month, and wouldn't even start with pencils and get an idea. He would just start in one corner and artwork all the way to the rest, and it was done.
Yeah, I don't even think he remembers doing Destroyer Duck.
Kind of. Let me see if I can find this thing.
Did you jump out and then jump back in?
Yeah, I did.
But no, I just want to say this has been a great show. So guys, we've gone over 2 hours, and we've just been showing a lot of great books, man. Just sharing a lot of great stories, man. It's been awesome.
I can really tell there's a difference between when I would do this stuff standing up and now I'm in a chair.
Well, one, the fan's not going to hit your head. That's one.
Sitting down doesn't require effort.
You would think a fat guy like me would know about things that require no effort, but apparently it took a while.
Man, it's like, don't force me to have to stand up.
Oh, Plastic Man, that's nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that is
Is
beautiful.
that a Ballin cover?
I'm not sure. I have to look it up, but Plastic Man, Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is strictly a cover by, because Convergence, I ain't heard nothing good about that.
Yeah, no, this was strictly a cover by.
Now, while we're waiting on Biggie Shack to try and get in here, what do you guys think of Plastic Man as a character? I personally think he's secretly one of the most powerful characters in all of DC.
He's indestructible.
Definitely.
I can't really say much because I never really read a lot with him.
Either.
So I don't really. I know the only thing I know about Plastic Man was he's like Reed Richards in terms of stretching his arms and stuff like that, his body and stuff.
That's all I know too.
Plastic Man is almost as funny as Deadpool. He's as indestructible or even more so than Superman. And he's been around since the Golden Age.
Yeah.
And he was created outside of DC.
And the things that he was doing in the Golden Age is like what the things that Superman was doing in the Golden Age, just like over the top, insane, ridiculous stuff, like turning himself into a torpedo and just like shooting into the skies or something, just like ridiculousness,
Yeah, you guys
and very funny too. Yeah.
You guys ever read the Injustice comics based on the video game? One of my favorite parts in that is when Plastic Man comes in and everyone's like, Wonder Woman's warning Superman, like, watch out, he's something to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Damn.
Justice comics. I never read them, but I've heard. I always try to keep up with the plot of them. I know that they've done some crazy stuff like Superman.
It's some classic Kirby. First appearance of the record.
Oh,
Not in the best condition, but hey, I'll take it, man.
Oh yeah, you can take it. I'll take it.
Those early Thors, man, you don't see them come around often.
Yeah.
really?
When they do,
finding them all the time.
Javi, do you got Libre? I mean, do you got Big's email? I thought I did, man.
I have a version of his email. It might be it. I'll shoot it over to Stay Puft now.
Yeah, send it to Stay Puft just in case, because I got one here too. But I guess it's wrong.
yeah, I was trying to send it, and it won't let me send it.
Oh, you know what? Hey, put a after the Y, put a dot, and then
I got you.
put a dot after the Y, and then the rest is the same. Is like that. Try it.
Yeah, I caught that comment, Gray Man. Thanks. You ain't gonna find no gold up there though.
All right, says I'm not showing books. You guys want to see 3 books that I got that I'm super happy about?
Okay.
Do it.
All right. All right. I'm gonna do a haul video in the next couple of weeks. I've picked up some books and I just haven't shown any of them. But I'll show the 3 that I got this.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love those Marvel explosion books, or some people say expansion.
I am so happy I can't believe I got that. I got this just the other day.
Nice. Let me put it on you. I'm sorry about that.
That's cool.
That first Gamora.
No, this is just the first, just one of the first Warlock issues. But it's a pricey book. It's getting up there, and I got it at a really good price and a really nice condition. And then I got this from Brian at Phil's.
Nice.
Howard the Duck.
Nice.
Super happy to find that, man. I never see this book. I am so happy. I'm gonna see if I'll probably get it pressed, but I'm not gonna get them graded or anything. I'm happy with them raw.
Do you have any other Man Thing books?
I have the number 1.
Sweet,
Bro,
Rob.
come on, bro. Come on. All right. You know what, Rob? All right, you're gonna do me like that? All right.
I think I can find something Rob wouldn't have.
I got something Rob doesn't have.
He's gonna pull out
I love
the
it.
Dracula 10 or the
That's
Lowest Night 32.
That's
Love
what I'm looking for, man. That's 165. I am looking for that. I need that one. But okay, Puff, put the camera over here.
Put it on.
There you go, Rob.
Yeah.
Keep your heart out. White Pages 6.0.
Sweet. I want it. I want to break it out of that, but I want it.
Awesome.
Awesome, bro.
There you go. That's for you, Rob.
Yeah,
That's
I don't.
freaking awesome. Man, I just have a whole bunch of moderns next to me. I don't have any. I had a couple Silver Age, but I've shown off those Silver Age.
It's great when it feels like a competition episode. You know. Boy.
Ooh.
Bam. I just had that right under here. I didn't even know it was there.
Say that again, Javi. Nice. That Thanos quest cover, man. It's awesome.
Very cool.
Jim Starlin. Love it.
Oh, there we go. There you go. He answered.
There it goes.
He's in?
Now, I do have something to show here that I think you might like. Now, back in the 90s, I went to MegaCon to go and sell my very first comic book that I ever made for myself, and it was terrible. I'm not about to show that. So Walter Simonson stopped by my table, And as I found out later on, because my dad is a chatty Cathy, he started talking him up. And so I sold him almost all of my heavy metals, with the exception of a few of the ones that he worked on. So he wound up selling, or not selling, but signing for me all of these different heavy metals.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, those are beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. Heavy metal, man. Great magazine, great music.
Wow, look at that.
The last two are my favorites.
Wow.
Okay, I've seen that one. Oh my gosh, dude.
Bro, do you guys remember the movie?
To Rob.
The movie from the magazine?
Yeah, Heavy Metal.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch it, man.
God,
Have you seen both of them?
What was
No.
that?
Well, there's the heavy metal from the 80s, and then they did a sequel kind of called Heavy Metal 2000.
There he is. All right. I was missing the dot, right? Right, Stay?
Hold on, Biggie Shaq. Thanks for joining.
What up, everybody?
What's up, Big?
Biggie?
How y'all doing?
Doing great,
Doing
man.
great, man. Hey, we over 2 hours and still going. This is the greatest debut episode ever for me.
Not a second of dead air.
Yep.
How you doing, Biggie?
Pretty good, man. Hey, Puff, let me get the spotlight, dude. I'm ready to show some bangers, man.
There you go. There you go.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Bang.
Boom. Oh.
There you go.
All right.
Hey,
Check this one
Biggs.
out. Yo.
I gotta say, you and 90 are in competition for the biggest explosion in your collections this year, dude.
Oh, I want that.
Both you guys' collections have just blown up. That's gorgeous, bro.
Nice.
I think 90 got me, bro.
Dude, you're it's not that he's not that far ahead, dude.
Love that cap.
I love that cap too, bro. Nice.
I gotta bring that funk, dude, real quick. You know what I mean?
For real.
Hold up. Where's my man? I lost my. Okay, never mind. Hold up, I got him. Here we go. Get it in there, right, dude.
Very cool.
10 cents. Know what I mean? See. Check this one out.
Oh, nice. What is that? 3?
Yep. I saw my boy Rob Worth flexing the Superman, dude. I couldn't hold back much longer, brother.
Hey, it's a good thing he brought you on the show, man. That's great. Nice.
Puff, you got Biggs on your first episode, dude. And you got Will on your first episode. That's huge.
Wonder Woman 10 center?
Yeah, dude, I love that book, bro. It's in pretty good shape.
Nice.
Man, I want to start getting some of them old Wonder Womans.
Right?
I tell you, my favorite Wonder Woman books are the mod era books.
Oh, the ones where she's not in costume. She's let's try a new 70s look.
Yeah.
Or the one where she tries being black.
Hey, I got Jeff Comic 813 in there. So somebody.
Oh, I can hop out.
Let me hop out. I'm gonna hop out, but I'm gonna stay in the back. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna go make myself another drink. I'll be right. You could pop. How do I pop? Do I pop myself out or you pop me out?
No, he has to pop you back in. But when you come back, I'm gonna have to hop out anyway. So.
All right, I think I'm winding down a little bit. I got a couple more.
Ooh.
Let me,
Come on, guys. Let me hop back in. I'm frozen again.
There you go. Last one.
Send it to me.
Send it that. Or I'll do it in chat.
Thank you, Puff. Appreciate it, dog. Back,
No problem,
back
man.
Bangers.
Awesome, Biggie. I'm glad you popped in to share everything with me, man. It's great to have you on my first show.
You're my boy, bro. I really like you, man. I hope we do more collaborations, dude, because we think alike, man. You remind me of my childhood best friend a lot, dude. You look like him, and we like the same shit, dude. It's really interesting.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. I mean, when it comes to comics, wrestling, hip hop, it's all part of the same thing that we love, man. Especially old school hip hop.
Right. Here you go. I got
A lot of that in the modern.
Yeah.
We got some more bangers. We got some more bangers. Because the Biggie Shack brings the bangers. You know what I mean?
Oof, that's awesome right there.
Some MODOK action tells a suspense, brother. Some Defenders. You know what I mean?
Oh, Lady Fantastic is looking for an issue 1 of that Defender.
I got one. It's king size, though.
I'm not frozen now.
Nice. All right. I think that's it for now. Again, I'll keep digging.
Jeff, what's going on, man?
Man, waiting on this photo op right now. It's at 4:35.
I see a little boat in the back.
Waiting on this photo op. Little boat. I don't want to move because I'll end up like I said. I'll end up freezing. I don't know how good this is. But I have Jim. I have Steve over here.
Awesome, man.
Uh-oh, Stone Cold.
Oh.
Let's see. Yep.
This boat.
I got Jim.
What's going on, boat?
And then I got Steve. It froze. Yeah.
It's coming in and out.
I can hear them and everything, but it froze.
But it froze in the perfect
I'll
way.
hop out and hop back in and see if it can work better.
All right, man.
To me, my mind.
Yo, hey, is this the one you're talking about, Rob?
Let me see. Yeah, she's looking for, she's trying to piece together a Defenders collection run right now. So if you have Lady Fantastic's information, just let her know you have them. She might be open for some trades.
Here we go. Here's some more Silver Age goodness for y'all. You know what I mean? Little Monsters Dwell. Little Mandrake first appearance.
Oh, that's fire. Mandrake the Magician.
Yeah, bro. Little web.
I love that web. I love that web cover, man.
Yeah, bro. Little more Spidey. Sickness. Hey guys, I hear little Shaq moving around. I think I jumped the gun. I think he's awake. So I'm gonna hop on out of here. Thanks for having me on, Puff.
No problem, man. No problem.
Nice to meet you.
All right, y'all. Good seeing y'all. Will, Russ, Javi, Big Puff. Appreciate y'all, man.
Biggie.
I'm back.
I had a Defenders in here somewhere. I just can't find it.
I have none.
Mm-hmm.
I only have some of the modern runs, and I don't think that any of that qualifies.
What are you looking for?
Well, Lady Fantastic has been putting together issue 2, 3, 4 of Defenders. She has a lot of the later runs, so it looks like she's trying to put together an entire run of Defenders. So if there's any way I can help her do it, most definitely. Oh, wait, no, I do have a Defenders. Just one Defenders.
Nice.
A little bit of a Halloween, Christmas mashup. Here's some
Oh, that's nice.
Man Thing.
What number is that for?
Number 4, yeah.
I only own one Man Thing, and it's giant size Man Thing only, so I can tell people I have giant size Man.
I think I only got 2 Man Things myself, and
Well, if you have
Oh.
two, there's something wrong.
Nah, that Gargoyles.
Yeah, Gargoyle is old school, right? From the TV show.
Yeah, that was a great show.
I love that show.
Underrated show, amazing. I love that show, man.
What's up,
These
bro?
are all like some of the Halloween books or like the horror books that I had for comic gories. That's the Defenders book I was talking about.
Nice.
Man, I used to love the Defenders, man.
And I love this cover.
Is that Sinkovich?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's Sinkovich. Looks like it.
It looks like it, yeah. It's a thriller like Michael Jackson.
Nobody else did covers like that back in the day.
Yeah, he has such a unique style that it just captures your attention.
You know what covers I like from Senkovich? His Electra ones.
Yeah.
Oh, I have two of those.
Those are beautiful.
Yeah, I have two of those. One of them is
Hey,
a
man.
little bit water damaged.
Oh, Mastodon Comics.
Boats in here too.
Yeah, I see.
And
He just showed up for a cameo appearance and then froze.
Yeah,
Hellstorm.
some 90s extreme.
Yeah.
that's exactly what that is, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a character to spec on too.
What was that?
He's a character to spec on too. I believe Son of Satan's. They're doing a TV show, aren't they, or trying to?
Trying to or something like that, yeah. Have any of you guys already jumped on the Disney Plus streaming service?
I'm going to, but I have not yet.
Okay.
It starts the 12th, right, or something like that.
I haven't jumped on it yet.
Me neither.
I'm not sure exactly when it starts. I've heard that it's already started. I don't know 100%.
Oh, Steve Whiting in the house.
Steve.
Steve Whiting.
These guys are all relaxing right now, probably from the con. They've been probably walking around all morning, all afternoon, going through all the different booths, all the different celebrities that are there at Spooky Con.
Rob, are you just sitting on ready for everything? You pulled out Son of Satan. You got a man thing.
Take care, Vigilante.
Yeah, later, Vigilante.
Take care.
Good having you in the chat.
Now, that's Son of Satan 1, isn't it?
Yep. Still to get me in Avengers into Fear 11, 12, and 13, and then I should be good.
Yeah,
I have all the rest of Adventure into Fear for some reason.
Damn. Viral line, 200 deep.
Damn.
For the actress Elvira?
Yeah. See that Spooky Empire.
Nice.
Cool.
Now, these are ones I all got for free from an attorney that went, hey, I'm about to throw all this stuff out. Do you want it? And me knowing now what I know about graphic novels, before they used to be cheap crap you could throw away, and he had some pretty nice ones here. This was from, what was it? Issue 34 through, I think, 39 or so.
Rob, show the back of that one. Show the back. Wow. Look at that. The back is nice.
Yeah, I need to take a heat gun to get that off, but that's not going to be difficult. But this was the compilation of right-wing secret wars.
Wait a second. What the hell's a heat gun?
Oh, a heat gun is you can buy it for about $20 on Amazon, and it's just a piece of metal that gets really, really hot towards the end, and you just run it. You don't touch the book, but you just put it right over. It heats up the stickiness from the glue, and you can just peel it right off really nice and easy. Back when I was working in
almost like
I was an art director for a watch company for a long time, so we were sent out to go, okay, you need to get all these stickers off these boxes and put the new stickers on, so they'd give us all heat guns. So I learned how to do it from work years ago. But it works. It really does. You don't want to use chemicals,
Dude, that's a great back cover, man. That's Lady Death right there, ain't it? That's Lady
That
Death.
is Death. That is Death, but Lady Death, not just the one with big boobs.
Mhm.
Huh.
That's another
But this
book
is
I'm
one
looking
that
for.
I'm really happy to get because I don't even have the original issues of Craven's Last Hunt.
And that's the reprint of the stories?
It's the reprint, first print of the reprint.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I mean, this guy had all these graphic novels in there that before they were worthless, and apparently now people want graphic novels from like the 90s.
Yeah, because they're like all out of print and it's the first printings. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Everything comes back
Always.
always, man.
Yeah. Hey, Stay Puft.
Yeah.
And oh no, that's cool.
Yeah, that Army of Darkness.
That's for Boat, since he just said that Bruce Campbell's line got cut off.
Oh, so you're jumping on the Rob and Will bandwagon, aren't you?
Hey, I have some books in front of me too, man. I still have not organized them on the Corys, so.
Oh no, I did that night, man. As I was finishing up, I was putting everything back.
No, I'm a procrastinator. Cheers, by the way.
But anyway, Stay Puft, in honor of your first live stream debut, I need you to tell me someone to give something away to.
Damn.
I have Batman the Max Arkham Dreams #2, 9.4. This is an amazing cover by Sam Keith. That just looks awesome. And I'll also throw in a print by Stuart Sager, signed, of the Joker.
Ooh, nice.
That looks nice.
Nice.
To whoever you tell me to, I'll send it to them in the mail. We'll just give something away here in honor of your.
Damn, well, that is super cool, man.
Steve Whiting.
Oh man.
He gives so much to other people. Give something to him.
I will agree. Steve, my first time meeting Steve at MegaCon, the man AOK'd me this first appearance of Gunslinger Spawn to get signed by Greg Capullo. And I was like, wow. I only met him on Instagram like 2 weeks prior. So to meet him at MegaCon and for him to be that generous to buy a book and gift it to me, that was so warm and welcoming. He is
Well,
He's breaking up.
He's coming back. He'll come back. Come back.
Well, while we're waiting on him to come back, all right, Steve, if you're still here, just message me on Instagram with your address. And if you're not on here and I'm talking to the wind, I will get with you later tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I will send those out to you then.
Did you guys hear what Steve did last night?
What happened?
What he do?
You know, he was on. Bueller had his auction last night, right?
Yeah.
Steve, I didn't see it. I saw it. Bueller was on Perry last night, and this is where I saw it. Where he mentioned it. Bueller had a book on his auction, and it was between Steve and some other guy.
Yeah.
And Steve ended up winning it, and then Steve gave it to that guy, man.
Well,
he doesn't even know that guy.
That's
That's crazy. He outbid the dude and then gave it to him, bro. How cool is that?
wow, man. That's
I don't know what book it was. I don't know how much it was, but I don't think it was a cheap book. I'm not saying it was hundreds of dollars, but I think it was about $100 book, so I understand. And the guy, I think the way Bueller said it was, I don't even know this guy, Steve, and he gave me the book. And it was all in the chat. It's crazy. So yeah, Puff, my number one is Steve too, man. That's awesome, Will.
yeah, Will. Wow, that's super generous of you, man.
Yeah.
It's not on my list.
It's not on my list. That's
It's
funny.
just taking up room, right?
Yeah. That ain't nothing. You should. I'm about to do a giveaway here, just for me doing a return, and it's going to be probably 50 comics that I've got that aren't on my list that I need to get rid of.
Wow.
Wow.
Puff, you were gonna say something about Steve, man, about when you guys first met, that he gave you the book.
Oh, he's back. Yay.
Yeah.
Because
I said my piece on it. Yeah, and starting to crank. But yeah, when he gave the book, I was shocked. You know, the fact that this is the first time I met him, and already he's giving me an A-OK. And then we just sat there and we talked. You know, Kingdom Comics came by, and we just had a blast waiting for on the Greg Capullo line. So he definitely A-OK. I definitely put most of the community. Steve a lot for the community.
Yeah, Steve definitely deserves it. He does hella a lot for this community. That's amazing. His generosity. And of course, you too, Big Will and Stay Puff, just for having us on.
Yeah, man, thank you. I met Steve at the con at MegaCon this year with Javi, and I didn't even know Steve, man. I didn't even know of him, and we met, and Javi did. We met him too, and then the whole day Javi was just hiding from Steve because Steve started doing AOKs, and Javi was just hiding.
Yeah.
He was like he was embarrassed to take an AOK from Steve, and Steve was like hunting Javi, just looking at what Javi was getting to see what he was gonna get Javi, and Javi was just trying to hide from Steve the whole day. It was freaking comical. It was so funny, man.
Isn't Steve the guy that gave Bueller 181?
Yes, he gave me, him and Chad gave me my first brother Voodoo.
Ooh.
They gave me that earlier this year, and I was shocked.
I remember that.
It was amazing, man. That's the main book I have at CGC right now. I'm getting that graded.
Yeah, Steve got some.
We got Steve some good books too. I the first day I gave him I got Country #1, and I got it signed by Donnie Cates, and me and Chad AOK'd him the first Rocket Raccoon. So man, but Steve's crazy guy, man. Steve's
amazing. Yeah,
Steve's amazing, dude. Steve's amazing.
Yeah, that's a name that I've been hearing bandied about for at least the last year and a half. There's like 3 people that I've known more than any other on YouTube that are really good about the AOKs. Steve Whiting being #1, yeah. Life with two YouTubers being #2, and the third being Night Tiger. So people that do that bring other people in to start going, well, I can't afford this book. Holy crap, I got it. Yeah. You just made their day. You made them want to continue on collecting instead of going, you know what? I can't afford anything. I give up. It's too much.
Hey, Steve is in there. Man. He's still in here.
Yeah, I see.
Cool.
Hey, Steve. So make sure you hook up with Big Will on Instagram.
You're gonna get something.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Poor Gray Man, dude. Look at poor Gray Man.
Yeah.
Damn, living in the UK, no one gives me shit. I'm sorry, bro.
It costs $30 to ship a book over there.
Well, you don't know if I'm going to do worldwide on my giveaway on my channel.
True.
We will cross that bridge when we get there. I haven't decided what to do yet. I'm just having fun being back, getting on other people's shows, saying hey, and talking with the guys.
Hey, great to have you back, and great for us to meet through Stay Puff's little premiere episode. His premiere live stream is awesome, man.
Yeah, Hialeah is the only one I've worked with before out of all 4 of you.
Well, I gotta say that auction that you did was amazing. That was one of the
one where it was figure out of the box.
That was so much fun, man. That was so much fun. I didn't participate. I really don't do. I've never bought anything on an auction or anything, except you know what? I'm just the other day I got something from Bake, but it's the first time ever. But it was enjoyable just watching that auction you did. It was so much fun to watch.
Well, the reason it came about is I had come up with my list, and I needed to downsize all those books. If I did them one at a time, with fees and everything else, I wouldn't make jack crap on eBay. It would take me forever, and I needed to get them gone fast. So that's why I come up with that way of doing it, where I could get everything gone real quick. It wasn't a mystery box, but it kind of had the feel. So I knew
it was awesome, dude.
fun. And I don't mind telling people how much I made off that. Well, I actually didn't make anything. I sold everything at a loss. But the point wasn't to make a profit. It was to get them liquidated and move them out.
And it went to the community.
Yeah.
And it was great to rewatch it. It was fun rewatching it, you know? Because I watched it live for most of it. And then I caught the replay again because it was so enjoyable to watch.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank all of you who bought something, because I wound up walking away that day with $1,500.
Wow.
Which is technically a loss, but like I said, a profit was not my motive for that.
Gray Man, it's funny that he mentions the whole international thing. Ever since Gray Man mentioned a creepy, he's looking for a creepy from like September 1969 or something like that. I've been looking out for it. So
the Gray Man?
Yeah. He mentioned
what number creepy.
I forget what number it was, but he knows it was like a summer 1969 creepy. I forget which issue number it was, but you know, whenever it comes my way, I'll be sending it off to you, brother. So
you gotta let me know.
Yeah,
we gotta be on the. That's the thing about this community. I think you caught that on too, Puff. We all look for each other's books, bro. We're out shopping for us, on the hunt for us, but we come across a book that, hey, I know somebody's looking for this, and it's awesome, dude. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, because I remember last year at MegaCon when somebody on Instagram knew I was going, you know, they were like, hey, can you look for this, you know, for me? I'm looking for this particular issue. So, you know, I get what I need to get, and I also go focus on trying to find that book, you know, because I know it's beneficial to help each other out, you know. You know, I help you, you help me, and we all help each other. Yeah. And that's the good thing about the community. You know, we can help each other get books, AOK each other books, and it's all good.
I had a book. Javi's been looking for a book, which I'm not gonna say, and it sucks. I already told him I had it. I had found a great price, a nice condition, bro, and I got it. I got it on eBay, and dude, and then the guy I guess has so many books. I guess he's like Rob, but except he doesn't have the skills to find his books. He said he couldn't find the book. He couldn't find the book, and I never got. He gave me a refund, and so I'm still hunting for Javi on something.
What are you looking for?
It's Chambers of Darkness number 4.
Hey, Lady Fantastic, do you have Chambers of Darkness number 4? She's in the chat.
Yeah, she is right there. Too.
Man, I found a nice one too, bro. That guy could not freaking. That guy couldn't find it. He goes, I got my guys looking for it. I don't know how many guys he's got working for him, but they couldn't find the damn book.
Yeah, it's like a prototype for Conan the Barbarian. Yeah.
You're gonna have to remind me what that was before. I don't. There's been many a time. You're gonna have to be specific and remind me.
Yeah, it's a very, very specific scenario, Steve.
It's not a book you see every day. It's not a book you see every day.
Yeah, this was also my first time with Biggie Shack as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he hopped in here. He just showed off his bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? He just came in, showed him off and left.
Yo, I gotta go.
So he woke up Little Sack, so he had to bounce.
True Biggie style.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people I haven't been on with. Do you guys see the guys that have thousands of subs as the upper tier, and you don't even try to ask them on anymore? Like Reggie, Comic Tom, We Love Comics wouldn't even do it, I don't think.
I've seen Comic Tom. He was on Perry's show, I think.
He was on Perry's. He does some Rod every now and then.
He was with Rod too.
Yeah, Comic Tom would do something. I think Reggie would do something too.
But they have,
They're just people. They're nerds like us. They
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
have more followers.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Rob. They're just
Back
people,
to
dude.
what
They're
you
just
made.
people.
They want to talk to you probably too. They might just not have the time.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah, because they're spending their time editing videos, putting that stuff out there for the people.
Yeah, they didn't get 1,000 followers by just putting out one video a week like me.
Yeah. Can you imagine the time that Bueller takes to just edit?
Oh God!
Or Reggie?
He's acting against himself.
Exactly. It's amazing because Bueller really does go on a lot with other people, but just the amount of time that he takes to just edit is it's crazy. The same thing with Comic Tom and Reggie. Reggie does the same thing. Reggie, what does he do? Five or six a day, every day, right?
Yeah, at
Pretty
least
much.
one every day, just about it.
Yeah.
That takes time, man.
Sometimes
And then
he'll do one on one day and then a live stream later on.
yeah, exactly. And then he's got his family, his job. Dude, it's.
I know when I had
the
I had
time.
Bueller on once, and his dad accidentally interrupted because he caught a fish, and he brought the fish up to show us what he just caught in the live stream.
That's awesome.
That is classic. That is classic. But Rob, just you for instance, you're always driving to Key West, right?
I'm going back on Monday.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
10 a.m. deposition, so that could go, an hour or 5.
Okay. All right.
4-hour drive
Big Will.
home.
Bill, do you have any idea what the drive to Key West is?
What the drive there is?
How it is? It's a horrible.
Weather
It's a horrible drive. It's just 2 lanes for 3 hours. Just
so it's
going
like
down
Dolphin Island. Going to Dolphin Island?
to keep. It's just horrible. It's a horrible drive, man.
You know what I'm talking about with Dolphin Island?
No.
It's this little island off the coast of Mobile Bay, I think, in Alabama. And it's like 30, 40 miles straight out into the ocean, just to the island on a bridge.
That's pretty much Key West. That's pretty much.
I've never driven down there in Florida. I tend to stay away from places where hurricanes always hit. That way they don't.
Oh, man, come on, man. Oh, man. Dude, that's only like a 2 months time zone. It's what, August and September is like probably the worst of it.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much it, man.
I'm used to the tornadoes we get, and I'm happy with just that. I'll stay here.
I'll keep my hurricanes, man. I'll keep my hurricanes.
All you need to do is just throw all your books into some black trash bags. Not that hard.
Exactly.
Right?
Throw them into black trash bags.
Yeah. In all honesty, though, I've never been down there because I don't know of any conventions or anything that I would want to go to the Keys for, because I'm not real big on the ocean, seeing the ocean. I mean, if I was, the beauty would be a great reason.
It's pretty, but it's no
beautiful.
different than driving through Colorado and seeing mountains. I mean, the scenery's scenery. When you have to keep your ass in a car for hours on end, it doesn't matter how pretty the scenery is.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a longer drive for me than, say, Atlanta or anything like that.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Puff, have you been to the Keys?
Nope.
You've never done that drive?
Nope.
I've only
Dude,
got
I have no reason to go to the Keys outside of just the view and stuff.
Don't get me. Hey, wait. We're talking about the Keys are beautiful. The food and the seafood's amazing. And Fantasy Fest is like you're on a different planet.
Just happened.
It just Fantasy Fest I've never been to it. I've seen the pictures and I know everybody that's been there. I really don't want to go, but it's like being on another planet.
I have something to contribute about Fantasy Fest.
Go for it.
So I learned this about Fantasy Fest. So about a year ago, I'm sent down there on a Tuesday. It's been 1 day since Fantasy Fest has happened. I'm sent down there for a calendar call for a foreclosure, and those are like 5 minutes each. They're not that long. I won't get into what goes into it because it doesn't matter. Instead, I arrive, and people are usually dressed in suits. I'm looking around. They're dressed like you and me. I'm going, what's going on? Oh, we're still processing people from Fantasy Fest over the weekend. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, they're still going through all the people that were arrested. So all the civil actions were closed for the weekend, for the week. Okay, so I'm sitting back and I'm listening to all these cases one by one by one. First one I hear is, so you got drunk, you crawled through the roof, in through some pipes, and crashed down through a panel onto the tables below, causing $860 worth of damages.
Wow.
The owners of the establishment do not wish to press charges, so you can either decide to pay the fine and spend 60 days in jail, or pay the fine and get banishment. You will not be able to return to Key West for 2 years. I'll take banishment, Your Honor. And one after another. Banishment or jail? Banishment. I'll give you till next week to leave the island. That's a thing over there.
Okay, you guys. I can
Banishment.
only imagine. They gotta have Fantasy Fest videos on YouTube. There has to be. I've never looked them up. Look up Fantasy Fest videos on YouTube.
I don't know if I want to. No, I'm just
It's an annual thing for Halloween,
yeah.
and it's people half or fully naked, right?
Yeah, but they're all painted up, so they're not
painted. Total debauchery. It's total. Oh my god, dude! I have friends that go down there, and I've heard the stories. I've never gone there myself, but guys, Key West is something else.
That's like a massive adventure
I
for
have
the wrong reason.
I have friends that go every year, and they rent their hotels, yearly, just for that time, because everything sells out. It's just it's a madhouse. It's a madhouse of everything.
That's awesome. If you're into that partying,
How many keys are there?
Oh, dude, there's like maybe 1,000 little islands.
Duck Key, No Name Key.
Yeah.
The worst of them is Big Pine Key.
Big Pine.
Almost everything is going through foreclosure. I once had a week trial down there where they would not pay me travel, but it paid well enough for me to go down there. On a Wednesday night, I went, F this, I am going to sleep in my car. And I had 2 people try and come up to my car to try and rob me. Joke's on them. I don't even own a gun.
The keys are a good time, man. It's a really good time. I went recently, and we actually stayed on the naval base because my friend's an ex-Navy, and we went for his 50th. And dude, and it was during the hurricane. What was the Dorian? So the keys were completely empty. It was like us and just the locals. So we had a blast, and the food's amazing, and it's a good time, dude. It is a good time, but yeah, it's a horrible drive. It's a horrible
If
drive.
you get down there and you're stuck, there's worse places to be than Duval Street.
Yeah, Duval Street is just bar. It's like almost like what's the one in Bourbon Street? It's like a Bourbon Street South.
yeah.
There's Margaritaville that takes up like 3 city blocks. There's the island that's right off of the place. That's like one of the nicest places in the country. But unless you're a millionaire, you're probably not getting out there.
No, you can't. If you don't own now, or you didn't own from 30 years ago, you're not going to own there.
Yeah, it's like Fisher Island. The people that think that they're rich live in South Beach. People that actually are rich but want everyone to know live on the different parts of the between South Beach, right off of the MacArthur Causeway.
Mm-hmm.
The actual rich people live on Fisher Island because unless you have a boat, your ass isn't getting out there.
No, you got to take the ferry, right? You got to take the ferry.
Yeah, that's the only way to get out there.
I'm sorry, Will. We're talking about Miami and stuff. I'm sorry, buddy.
Hey, Will's here to enjoy the stories, man.
It's in my wheelhouse.
Man, we've been close to 3 hours here. 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Dude, I think it's a success.
Did you have an end time in mind, or you just going with the flow?
I'm just going with the flow, man. We've just been so into it that you lose track of time. Yeah, it's a Saturday,
I just can't believe I'm in a chair. This is so comfortable. I can go 2 hours, 3 hours, and I'm all right. I should have went and got a chair a long time ago.
It'll be when you
instead of spending money on books, we're talking about them.
You know what's the coolest thing? Okay, other than Will and
I love
post first day, it's nice to see Rob without a tie and suit and stuff. Isn't that nice? Look at how relaxed he is.
I hate wearing the suit, just like I hate wearing this beard. This shit's coming off at January 1st. This is just a bet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that I would be able to carry a beard for a year. Now I'm known by a beard, so when I shave this shit off at the beginning of next year, no one's going to remember who I am. Because that's the cool thing about a suit. No one knows who you are when you change the suit. They go, hey, what's your name? It's like, we've met 33 times. You don't know who I am? Oh, you're not in a suit. As in a suit, it's like being a superhero. Suit, Superman.
The Clark Kent disguise isn't so bad, right? The Clark Kent is... Now you almost understand how that works.
It makes sense. All he has to do is just slouch a little bit, make himself just a little bit dopey, and then he takes off the glasses and straightens out and Superman. Because no one looks at a person in a suit. It's like, okay, so what did he look like? He was wearing a suit. That's great. Was he black? Was he white? Was he tall? Was he short? Was he fat? Was he skinny? The suit. Anything else? It might have been gray.
Yeah,
that's all you get, because in a suit you might as well be invisible.
You need to test that theory. When you shave it off, you need to come on someone else's stream and not put Rob Worst, put like Bob Saget or something, and see how long it takes.
I am so doing that.
That would be good right there.
That's classic. I got a feeling we're still gonna know the voice. I think we're gonna know the voice.
Well, you can change that easy.
Changing the voice isn't that hard, is it, mate? Oh, no, I can't pull that one off of shit.
No. Good try, though. Good try.
Oh,
Thanks for effort.
But yeah, I'm gonna cut it right here. I figured 3 hours. You know,
that's a good mark.
Yeah, it's a good mark. You know, I don't want to drag it out even longer, because we probably got a bunch of other stories to tell, but I'm happy that the show was a success, that you guys came and joined me. This is what it's all about, chatting with the comic community. We had a lot of fun. It was great seeing people in the chat. It was great having some people pop up in the show. You know, Justin Rican, Jeff Comic at Spooky Empire with Boatwright and Steve. And you had Biggie Shaq coming to drop them bangers. And, you know, it makes me feel confident going forward, continuing with this show. Just having you guys in there. And I'm hoping to have some more people in the community come on here. Maybe Bueller. You know, I know he'd definitely love to join me and me join him on his shows. So yeah, I'm glad. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that this show went success and it was perfect. You know, we had some great stuff to show off.
I have another little saying: as long as nothing breaks into actual fire behind you, it's a success.
Well, shoot, I got all that artwork back there. All that artwork is fire right there.
Handy.
You know, not actual fire.
Yeah, but the artwork behind me is fire.
Bro, I love the way she did the storms. They're awesome.
Yeah. You know, she's gonna be another one we can't wait to see at MegaCon. I figured we get together since she's gonna be at the end cap on the table. We all get together, buy a little painting from her, and then we just have a big photo. You know, it's gonna be awesome, man.
That'd be great.
Sounds good. Hey, the tickets should be going on sale soon, man. They said it sometime in November, so we should start finding out what's going on.
Yeah, and then you know we all coordinate our days and stuff. I'm gonna be there all 4 days.
Me too, man. I think I already broke my wife down, so she already knows what's up. So I think I'm gonna go 4 days.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Hey,
90 YouTube is
90.
Speaking of the keys,
man, what did he say? This is why I can't find Hialeah. Hey, 90. He's been with us for the last 2 hours and stuff. Hey, we needed you too, man. We needed you too.
He probably just got out of work, man, or he just went in. I'm not sure.
Hey, I'm glad he showed up.
Me too.
I'm glad everybody showed up in the chat. Lady Fantastic, Biggie Shaq, Gray Man. It was a great episode, man. I'm glad I decided to do it, and I'm definitely looking forward to more. Sure. Next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern time, chatting with the comic community. That's what it's all about. Getting together and having fun talking about comics and any other thing that pop up in our heads.
Yeah, like the keys.
Yeah, the keys.
Sub up everybody in the chat, sub up one another so everyone knows when everyone's going live, and this is our community. We like one another because I don't have friends that read comics. I really just don't have friends. So here I am for everybody that's into this sort of stuff. So
Yeah,
thank you for having me on. Really, thank you.
And I love the synergy between you guys. When Rob saw a book or I saw a book and everybody pop up the same book, it almost felt like it was a competition, man. It was
Gotta go on comic words.
Rob and Will, dude, it was crazy. It was like, here it is. Here it is.
Yep.
Here it is.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to have to let Matt know. It's going to have to be like me against Will.
Yeah.
You guys are going to show off the same books.
But I don't know. He has 100 books. I have 1,800 or 18,000 I need to look through. But they're all categorized, so I know where they are. He's going to be a little easier because he'll just have to go, yoink. Me, I have to use a damn ladder to get around with everything. And right now, this ladder, oops. I'm not going to try and screw anything up.
I can imagine Rob has one of those ladders that's like like in Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
the movie that with the wheel rollers goes back and forth.
Yeah,
I don't even call this the collection. I call this the library.
Nice.
That's what it is, man. Hey, it's like the library in Ghostbusters, man. That's how big your collection is, man. It's gonna be haunted soon.
Make no mistake, I am a hoarder. I just have cooler stuff than most hoarders.
Yeah, I would like to be on one of those shows. That looks fun. It'd be a challenge for me because you're going to pick some really weird book, and I only have so many. I'm going to have to get creative in my explanation of how this book actually counts.
That's the best thing about it. I mean, I don't know if you've been to like a gallery opening for like an art show, but it's kind of like that. They'll tell you, okay, think of a fight cover. And this is just right here to have it here. Now that I have it, I have to sell the book. Like on this cover, we have, it'd be like WWE, WWF, the wrestling shows. We have this one guy, Bub. He's a smack talker. He might win. He's really good. Comic Head 84. He does the WWE sort of smack talk. He's really good. Lady Fantastic went up against me. She's really good. Everybody that goes on the show has a blast, and whether you win or not, it doesn't matter. It's just about having a good time.
It's just fun. It's just a good time.
I very much.
You'd be good at it, Will.
He might win.
It's just about having fun, you know.
Yeah.
Showing off the books. It's funny that you mentioned 84 because I went up against him twice, and
you beat me the other day, Javi. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. I got to beat 84. No, I'm just
84 beat me after I beat Bake, who won 3 competitions in a row. But then came the question of Silver Surfer. He pulled out a Silver Surfer 4, and I pulled out a Silver Surfer fucking 81.
Yeah,
he just didn't have any old Silver Surfer.
Yeah, got you there.
But it's not even about keys or first appearances. It's just about selling the book, and he did better because I had
having the best book. Yeah, having a good book. Where did Puff go? Did he leave us here just talking? I guess he was done and he just left us.
I think he dropped the internet connection.
I don't know. He has to click end stream. That's the
I know.
Stream will end.
He's just going to end it in the middle of one of us talking.
Hey, Puff, come back. Puff, you gotta end this. Puff. Puff.
Puff.
I don't know if he can hear you if he's not in here.
Puff. You there?
You gotta end it. Puff.
Click end.
End it, Puff. We're good. We're good too, Puff. I'm sorry. We just got going.
Sure. Hey. There he is.
Okay, we're good, Puff. We're good to go too. We're good to go too.
I fell out, man.
Thank you, everybody, and check out everybody.
Thank you,
Sub everybody up, hit that bell. Let everybody know when you're going to be going live. So there you go.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a good day.
Later.
See y'all later tonight.
Peace.
Peace out. Peace out, y'all.
Man.